What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of BKNY Hoops. If you're new to the channel, I'm your host, as always, Rashid White. All right, let's get into it. You guys actually see the title. You see the thumbnail there. Jordi Fernandez is actually smoking something. He actually believes that there should be some type of a starting competition or competition. Yeah, it's a starting competition. I'm sick as a dog right now, man. I have a really, really bad sinus. Man, I'm just out of it right now, man. I'll try to stay on this for about a good hour or however long I can actually really take to be up. I'm dog tired. Daniel, what's going on? SIE Marley, what's good, man? How you doing? How you doing? All right, let's get right into it over here. So, um, he says Jonathan says BK Hoops. The title should be Cooper Flag made the big screen. I want to see what he does against the actual against actual pros who has length. If you look at the difference, even between like G leaguers and I know Ray John and Cooper Flag. I'm telling you, the difference between even G leaguers and actual NBA, like the actual big league there, the length, man. And I don't know. We'll see how Cooper Flag actually adjusts to that. But we'll get to Cooper Flag in about like 10, 15 minutes, Jonathan. I promise you. All right. So Jordi Fernandez believes that there should be some type of a excuse me, competition between the starting point guard, and he believes that Dennis Schroeder and Ben Simmons should duke it out and see who actually wins this position. This is a no-brainer. A matter of fact, I'd rather see them throw Cam Thomas as the point guard. At least he gives you some scoring and ability to actually get to the line. Or Keon Johnson, who has like I think it was like a 42-inch vertical. At least he puts more pressure on the rim. Is bigger, stronger than like Dennis Schroeder, man. I mean, Dennis Schroeder is a backup at best. And let's get into this article first, man, because Jordi Fernandez is actually really fucking. All right, so it says just to like this competition, I want to be put in a tough spot. These are two really good players. They both want to start, and that's what I want. Fernandez said regarding Dennis Schroeder and Ben Simmons' battle for the starting role. I want to create healthy competition within the group, and then from there make me decide. Oh my gosh, man, this dude is bugging already, man. All right, so yeah, Dennis Schroeder right now is on the last year of his deal. He's actually looking to stay alive, and Ben Simmons is actually looking to get a new contract right here. But like I said, I'd rather put Cam Thomas in that point guard role than a Schroeder, man. I'm sorry. Like I said, Cam gives you so much more, and I know even though the playmaking like the last couple of months, or the last month and a half was coming along, he was becoming a more willing passer too. So and all right. So in addition to seeing the two vets duke it out, Fernandez didn't shy away from the idea of playing both Schroeder and Simmons simultaneously. Do I want to play with one? Do I want to play with the other? Or do I want to play with 2 point guards? So, all right, this is a good thing because at least with you have 2 point guards in the lineup, it gives Ben an opportunity to actually score within like 15, 16 seconds in the shot clock rather than like 7 or 8. So if he has to bring the ball up, they're going to trap him. They're going to try to get the ball out of his hands. They're not going to just let him walk it down, go to the rim, and just go for a layup or a dunk. I mean, that's nobody's giving up easy layups like that. So by the time the ball swings east-west and it gets back, and the ball gets back to him, he has like 7 seconds on the shot clock. So that's a good thing right there. But the problem with Dennis Schroeder is just like I said, it's not that I hate him in terms of his game. I think he's a decent player. It's just his size. He's 6'5", I think 165 or 175. Doesn't put pressure on the rim. Like other bigger guards can target him, and then you got to send help. And then what happens is you wind up leaving these good, efficient 38, 39% 3-point shooters wide open. I mean, because you're playing against Boston, or they'll just put them out there on an island, and you'll constantly be getting 2-point baskets. I mean, you have Jaylen Brown or Donovan Mitchell, or even like what's his name, like a Jalen Brunson, OG Anunoby. I mean, other like a bigger guards will have like a highly like a big efficient, like let's say if they're going to score like 25 points. They'll do it with Dennis Schroeder, like single coverage. They'll do it on like 15, 16 shot attempts. I mean, he gives you no defensive resistance whatsoever. All right. Now, again, there's a difference between being an on-ball defender and off-ball defender. When you look at in certain, if he could play passing lanes, that's good. But when you got these big guards, the average height in the NBA is 6'6", I think it's 6'7" or 6'6". Yeah, 6'6". So. Let's get back to the article over here. As the summer comes close, Fernandez's decision is harder than it. Come on, man. Simmons has generated much hype thanks to some kind of words from NBA trainer Chris Brickley, but Schroeder's dominant performance at the 2024 Paris Olympics cannot be overlooked. Oh, yes, it could, because when it really mattered, they shut Dennis Schroeder down, man. They had that length out there, and a lot of times these, like I said, guys in the NBA, they aren't really playing defense for 48 minutes, but you'll see it. I mean, when it really, really, really does matter, the good teams, they can really lock up. You saw what Jaylen Brown did to Kyrie Irving in the finals there, and I'm like, man, just couldn't do anything. Was able to move laterally with him, be physical, legally physical. So now the gloves are coming off on Ben Simmons for me. I mean, he has some bad games, some two or 4.6 point performances, and he's actually saying he's really healthy. Boy, I'm really gonna like blast Ben Simmons. So the gloves is off for me, like with Ben Simmons. No more defending Ben Simmons. He said he's actually healthy. So in terms of like Dennis Schroeder, we've seen what happened last season, right? He came here via trade, right? And he couldn't get us into the play-in tournament. He's not a good point guard. A good point guard, like if you had, let me see, a Jamal Murray, if you had one of the high, like even like, let me see, a Jalen Brunson, who was a Darius Garland. Even though he had a bad season, but like the previous, before Donovan Mitchell actually got there, I mean, we get into the play-in tournament at least. So yeah, he's just not a good point guard. He has, too many inconsistent games. Like Dennis Schroeder will give you like, a good 20-point game, one game, and then like the next 4 or 5 games he disappears. Let me get the link in here. Jonathan wants to talk about this whole subject over here, and he wants to get it on Cooper Flag, and he's like, really try to sell me on Cooper Flag and like how he's better than Paolo Banchero. All right, Jonathan, get on up in here. Anybody else want to come over here? John, I'm telling you, man. John, stick to talking about Flag. What did he say over here, man? The comment section is really getting on Jonathan over here. Let's see. It's going to be an interesting year of college hoops. Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm going to be watching Cooper Flag, Dylan Harper. The draft. I mean, even though the next live stream is going to be about the draft, we're going to get into this. ESPN is actually saying this is the greatest draft in the last 20 to 25 years. We're going to see about that. All right, LM, go ahead, man. Go ahead. We're gonna go in order who got here. It'll be LM, then Eskimo, and then Jonathan. So LM, go ahead, man.
I was hearing what you were saying about Cam at point guard. I do think it could be interesting, but realistically, I don't know if necessarily he's ready for the point. If Ben is healthy, if he like he's saying he is, I'd rather they just start him off. You get some size in there. He can, help out on Cam's defensive deficiencies. And him and Cam has been known to work well together. Last season, they worked really, really well in the first half before he got injured.
Screens, which gets like mismatches.
Yeah, he's 6'10", 240, man. Them screens is gonna help Cam. It's gonna help Cam get open. It's gonna help. I mean, Ben can roll. If he finishes in the paint, actually takes the shots. That can be a good pick and roll movement right there.
Yeah.
Him starting could help. I'd rather Dennis probably come off the bench. I want more size and I want more defense in the lineup. Not that it means much because we're trying to tank, but I still want to see some good basketball being played out there. So
Absolutely.
I mean, I think Ben should start if he's healthy. Let him get the start. Let him play alongside Cam. Put Cam at the two. Cam Johnson probably going to be starting at the three. Clowney or DFS at the four, and Claxton at the five. I don't know how that's going to work with Ben and Clax. If Horty is talking about this big lineup where he's allowing them to take 1 to 2 threes a game, then maybe you allow Clax to stretch it out. It sounds like that's Horty's game plan. So if Ben and Claxton are in the lineup and he's allowing Clax to shoot more, then maybe possibly it can work. I'm not sure, but it's to be seen. It's yet to be seen. But I would think if Cam is the point guard, I would want to see that if we necessarily have a Ace or a Cooper, because depending on what he does this season, if his playmaking capabilities are up, you can probably leave him in the lineup with those guys because he's not going to take away from everybody else on the team. But that's to be seen. Well, we'll see.
All right, I'll get back to your comment in the section. Let me let Eskimo go. Eskimo, go ahead, man.
Yo, they leaving
Hey,
out
what's
some
good? How you
details. What's
doing,
good,
man?
Ellen? What's good? But
Yo, that before you go, Eskimo,
It's
that
good.
whole Ben Simmons thing you did with the back, that was a really, really good show you did, man.
oh, you
Yeah.
seen it, bro? I
Oh hell
appreciate it.
yeah.
I
Anybody
appreciate
that
it.
talks Ben Simmons and top players on this team, I'm listening to it.
Yeah, but yeah, so Ben has been killing in practice. Zaire Williams said that Ben makes. He said he loved playing with Ben. He's always 2 steps ahead of everybody. Um, the coaching staff, all the players said that he makes everybody better. Like
Yeah.
since he's been back, he makes the whole team better.
Yeah.
So they've been praising him in practice. But like I told you before, him, Zaire, and Noah Clowney have been looking the best in the scrimmages. And that's who they're talking about. You know what I mean? Dennis Schroeder, that's why I said there's no competition between him and Dennis. Like he's killing them in practice. There's no competition, bro. He says that because he wants them to play hard. Jordy says that he wants everybody to get out there and act like, you know what I'm saying, they got something to fight for, which some players do. You know what I mean? Cam Johnson ain't got nothing to fight for. He probably get traded later on, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Dorian got nothing to fight for. So everybody else, you know what I'm saying? All the young players is probably scrappy, but those three has been showing out. You know what I mean? So there's no competition for point guard.
All right, yeah, that's true. I definitely agree with that. What do you think about him and Schroeder playing together? Like it opens up Ben scoring a little bit. He can score, like instead of he can score with 16 seconds on the shot clock versus like 7 to 8 if he has to constantly be ball dominant, like in terms of just handling the ball and getting everybody involved.
Well, it could work because it depends on you know what I'm saying, if Claxton in or they trying Noah Clowney at center, or you know what I mean? Like it all depends on how the lineup is, but Ben is always gonna be playing in the forward or the dunker spot. So, you know what I mean? They could work either way.
All right, all right. All right, Jonathan, man, bring the noise, man. You said you have notes and let me hear what you have to say.
Wait, BK, can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear, man.
Hoopa is a hoopa.
I'm a little
Hoopa
rough
is a
today.
hoopa. But okay, so you want to talk about competition, right, between Ben Simmons and Dennis Schroeder? Listen, one way or another, Ben Simmons, whether he's on any other team, whatever he wants, good luck with his future. But man, after today, Ben Simmons got exposed, man, like he's always been exposed, and I just can't wait till this chapter's over, man. I really can't, because what Ben Simmons did last year was BS, man. And he showed it today.
Yeah. No, my son was actually getting on me. Wait, what were you saying, Jonathan? My son was distracting me. Say that again.
I'm just saying. Ben Simmons said today to NBA media people that last year he wasn't healthy like he said he was, and he tanked our whole season pretty much because he wasn't honest. So
Well, I mean, maybe try to come back and this, like, I mean, a
No,
lot of
but BK, let's be real here. He could have done the right thing and told the GM Sean Marks that his back was 100%. I know he says he wants to push himself for the guys, want to be there in that moment. But in all honesty, he thought about the money. He thought I might as well push myself when he shouldn't have, and that tanked the whole season. You wonder why guys like Mikal and Spencer were upset because this guy was lagging it, thinking that he was the main option when they said he was the main option, and he failed. And now he's coming back this season, ready to be fully healthy. But you know what? Why couldn't he just do the right thing last year?
So everything that Eskimo said just went over your head, right?
No, BK. Because here's the thing: Ben Simmons got exposed. At the end of the day, can I be honest with you guys? I think Ben Simmons can shoot 3-point shots, mid-range shots, and free throws. You know what it is? He just doesn't choose to. You know why? Because this guy's making money. He's doing. Listen, I know this is fodder, man, but think about it. This guy's making the most salary per team in NBA history. Ben Simmons is not a stupid guy.
I don't think nobody's buying the Ben Simmons shooting now all season rhetoric until we see it in the game. So I mean,
but LM, that's the thing. Ben's not going to show it. You know why? Because he knows he can do it. He just doesn't want to do it because he's making the money. This is how Ben Simmons has remained relevant for 8 years. And you know what? I can't wait till it's over, LM. I really can't because last year he tanked our season. And he just admitted that. And you know what he said last year? You know what he said last year? He said if he saw the version of himself from last year, he would have destroyed that version. But he wasn't healthy. So he lied to the NBA media and the fan base that he was healthy when he wasn't.
So I remember we was having this argument way back because we was talking about like, yo, is he really faking it? Like, what's going on? And I think
as a basketball player, like you're never gonna go out there and say, "Hey, I'm injured." I mean, they'll just use that.
BK, he said last year, if I saw the previous version of myself that was injured 2 years straight, I would destroy that guy. He said
he was probably healthy, and then he re-aggravated.
He wasn't healthy. He said he wasn't 100% at the place he was last
year. But to be fair, John, when he came, because remember when he came back in that Utah game, the dude looked 100%. He looked fine to me.
Off the bench for 15 minutes. Yes, he looked great.
That's why I told you gotta watch the podcast, John, because you don't understand when you have a back injury like he did, right? And I do now. There is times where your body feels 100% because you're actively rehabbing, you're actively working out. So it makes you feel like you can get back to everything. But like I said, once you start playing and you get back to your regular routine, your body changes immediately. So he could feel like 100% and say, yeah, I feel great like he does. I feel good. You can feel good. But once you get back to your routine, your body automatically changes. You know what I'm saying? Like within.
Eskimo, I'm gonna pray for you because that back, I had a lower back sprain, and that was the worst pain I ever felt in my life, man. So I'm gonna say a prayer for you, and hopefully you can get back to like. I know you got the same injury as he does, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
No, listen, Eskimo, I too hope you feel better, man. But I figured out Ben Simmons, man, after today. I look at everything he's done in his career, and let's be honest with you, he's a small man. The way he's manipulated the NBA to get the money he's getting, listen, it is probably the biggest con job. When we look back at this in history, when his career is long gone, we will look back at this as the biggest con job in NBA history, man. And honestly, credit to him. He did something that many people can do.
Jonathan, he had a
but does he not like it? Hell no, because it's on our team. I don't.
Hold on, was the back surgery fake?
No, we know, but here's the thing, BK. We know that's all legit. But here's the thing: he knew he wasn't 100% last year. But you know what he said? I will tough it out because I know I'm going to get paid one way or another, and he did. But guess what? It came at the cost of, BK. Came at the cost of our whole season. Because he was the main guy.
He got paid off his potential. Like a lot of those contracts is based off potential.
Has he earned that money though, BK?
John. That's how you get paid because he doesn't get another contract if he doesn't play this year. So the contract that he got before is what he did. He was a 3-time All-Star. So you know what I mean? And a defensive.
My thing is this though, right? My thing is this: if the injury.
Everybody drop off and come back in. There's like an echo here. All right, the link is up. All right, so these guys are actually coming back in. Jonathan just hates Ben Simmons so much that everything you tell him, it just goes right over his head, man. It's crazy. It's insane. It's insane. Yeah, Eskimo, you there? LA.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. So what were we saying? What were we talking? Oh yeah, we was talking about Ben Simmons and the back injury. So
I
he's
was saying that if to Eskimo's point, if he is sometimes when it feels like you're rehabbing and you at 100%, who's to say that he won't feel that way entering the season? Because if he feel like he 100% more than last season, then who knows if the pain will probably come and well back up again next season.
Right.
Like
That's why.
I don't think he should be saying he's 100% healthy. I just think he should be saying I feel good at a certain point, and I think he should keep it real. I think he should say in the media, "Yo, I really don't know if I'm going to be 100% this year, but I'm gonna go on the court. I'm gonna give him my all, and pray to God that uh,
Healthy.
no injuries. That like he's healthy. I don't think he should be coming out and giving us promises like I'm healthy, I'm better than me last season. Keep it real, because you don't know if your back is gonna give out or not.
Yeah.
You don't know. It's not as definite.
But that's just it, LM. He's probably one of the worst transparent people in NBA history, man. And honestly, after what he said today, you just put all the pieces together. He could have done the right thing and said, I need the surgery last year. Let the team figure out their future instead of saying, I'm the number one option, I'm the quarterback, and I'll carry you guys on my back to the finish line. He could have get to 6 games because he knew he was injured and he thought about the money. He got his bag. The team got screwed. At the end of the day, I can't wait till this is over with because we need players that care about the game. This guy's thinking about more things than just the game, and we know it now. We really do. We've known it for a long time right now, honestly.
Yeah, half of the NBA is about the game, and then half of it is about business. I think that most of the players that enter the court is rare that you see players that is really just about basketball. Like it's always some business scheme or money
But
scheme
you
with
had
them.
all right. So didn't Michael Porter Jr. go through the same thing? Did he have the same back injury, Eskimo?
But he did. But he probably had a good doctor.
His was even worse than Ben. Yo.
Yeah, he probably had a good doctor though.
No, because it took the same time. It took the same time. It took the exact same time Ben took, right? But Michael's happened in college. He had 2 in college and 1 in the NBA, so it happened earlier for him. You know what I mean? So the time in the NBA was he missed like a year and a little bit or something like that. And he played
because MPJ was definitely supposed to go. He was supposed to go. Probably he was going to be the number 1 pick or probably the top 5 pick in that draft. But he fell.
Michael Porter.
Big fan Breezy up in here.
Yeah, Michael Porter Jr. Yeah, he was supposed to be.
He was supposed to be like PG, but his back was so messed up now that all he can do is 3-and-D, basically, for the most part.
And
that's weird though, because why is MPJ at 100%? It looked like, but Ben is still suffering with these injuries.
Because Porter cares about the game of basketball. That's the first thing.
No. Michael Porter Jr. is stiff as a brick. If you've seen him before, he did move like how PG crossover, all that. But now you just see him shooting 3-and-D. He's just shooting threes most of the time, or he might get a dunk here and there. He's not the same player. He's not even close to what he was.
He still did his part well, and he was a part of that championship team. He was one of their main options. Can't change that.
After that year, even when they won in that championship, he didn't have a good game, and he said, "I was still rehabbing." So he was on the court when he wasn't supposed to be. He did the same thing Ben did. It's just 2 different expectations and 2 different players. You know what I mean?
Guys, listen, at the end of the day, Ben Simmons could have saved Brooklyn's season last year. As far as the rebuild part of it goes, by telling them, I can't play this season. Instead, what do you do?
They knew that, John. They knew that. Yes.
If they knew that, they shouldn't have played him. Listen, if they knew that you can't play a player if they're injured, this guy told them he was fine. And he wasn't.
Injured, Jonathan.
But listen, don't you see it? This guy played for the money because he knew his injury was going to get him out of it.
He's getting paid regardless, John. He didn't have to play.
Right now, Claxton and Dayron Sharp are going through a hamstring injury. A lot of them are hurt. A lot of them are injured, man. They get hurt a lot. This is
But
basketball,
they're
man.
making the most money in the league per game, BK. Don't you see that?
He made it before he got to the Nets, bro. What are you talking about? Yo,
No, man, no. Listen, after today, it was confirmed that he tanked on purpose last season to get his bag, and now he's 100% healthy, as he says. But you know what? If you're healthy, show it and get traded off this team because I'm done with it, man. I don't need a guy that's collecting paychecks and doing the same thing over and over again. Brooklyn basketball deserves much better than that, honestly.
the teammates love him. Yo,
Yeah,
his
of course
teammates
they.
love him.
As basketball, don't you see the
Hey,
publicity here? The idea is to build this guy's value up so you can get something back
nah,
for him.
bro.
Of course, they
Nah,
got to
bro.
say these things.
Nah, they don't gotta say nothing. They
Yeah,
don't
they do
gotta
because
say
half of them want to get
nada.
off this team, and they know Ben Simmons is a
Well,
key to
to be
getting them off
fair,
this team.
they can't come out on in press conferences and be like, "Yo, Ben is ass." So I mean, at this point in time, it's like they have to somewhat. To John's point, they do somewhat have to save face. You know what I'm saying? You can't bash your teammates in the media. Behind closed doors, it may be different. Who knows? But realistically, if he's healthy, let the guy play. At this point in time, I just don't want him. I think he should be transparent with the fans and with the media and say, "I really don't know. It might give out. I really don't know, but I'm gonna go out there and give it 100%." That's something that you would say that the fans would be like, okay, well, there's a chance I may get injured, but the guy's gonna go out there and give it all, give his all, and that's all we can ask for from Ben. But don't go out there and saying you're 100% healthy when there's a risk that
Nah,
you might
listen,
get
Ella,
injured
you're
again.
not gonna say, hey, before you go on the course, yo, guys, I got an ankle injury, man. Just like, yo, take it easy on me. You don't want nobody knowing about that
But
injury,
it,
man. That shit is
But at
not
least you
if
being truthful, because
what?
if you say that,
nah,
Yo,
you being
that's not the
truthful,
reality.
they
That
could
explain
take
never
me,
happens in the
listen,
precautions.
history of
explain me
basketball.
101 and tell me you have an ankle injury.
No,
Please do that.
nobody tells you what their injury is. That never happens in
Yeah.
basketball. Nobody comes out and says, "This is
That's
exactly
not what
what's
I'm.
wrong
But
with me,"
that's
so
not what I
that your
mean. I'm
opponent can
not saying
attack
that
you.
he should.
That doesn't
I'm
happen.
not. I'm saying that he. All right, but he should at least still be transparent. They going onto the court thinking that he's going to be there for the whole season. According to
Facts.
Iceman's,
But hold
according
on
to
a
the
second. What is
Eskimos'
he
point,
supposed to
that might
do?
not be true.
Exactly.
What is he
Nothing about
supposed to
That
Ben
might
do?
Simmons
not be
is
the
What is he
true at
case.
supposed
this
to do? Hold on,
point.
hold on, hold on, hold on. Let
I'd
me
rather
let
This
me
you.
guy,
tell you
this
I'd
guy
rather
something,
you
has
tell.
Devin.
schemed the
Wait,
whole
hold on.
league.
I'll say
So
this.
you
I'll
want
say this, and then you. I'll say
yo,
this,
you're
and then
not
you
in a
could go.
relationship with him. He's a player in a competitive sport where he has to go against grown ass men who are 7 feet tall
It's not a.
and
That's not. It's not about the relationship. It's
can
about his
jump 40
relationship with his
inches mid.
teammates.
No, but
It's about his relationship with
you're
his
not gonna tell
teammates.
anybody, yo, I,
Why
his teammates
not?
know what's going on.
Why
His
not?
teammates know what's going on. What are you talking about? His teammate, like nobody's mad at Ben. You know why? Because Ben is whooping their ass in practice. That the like y'all don't know who Ben Simmons
If I'm
is.
Cam, I'm
Ben
mad
Simmons
at
is the
Ben.
most Ben Simmons is the most talented player on that team. He's just injured.
The only
He's
player
just
No,
that
he's
should
injured.
be
very
mad at
talented, Pod. You're right about that,
If
man.
I'm Cam, I'm
No,
mad at
he's
Ben.
no when players step across that line, right? The reasons why they have problems with Ben, the reason why they have problems with Ben has more to do with his last year in Philly sitting out than injuries. There's plenty of players that are injured, and it's just how you take it. For those first 2 years where him and Kyrie played the exact same amount of games, and Kyrie wasn't even hurt. So
If
I
I'm
it's
the if I'm the
it's
GM and if I'm a player, I'm looking at Ben and I'm thinking, yo, realistically, I get it, but yo, when are you gonna be healthy, bro? We need you on the court. If you're gonna add to
yo, if
winning, like you
you
say
don't
you're
know,
gonna
he
add to
may. I
winning,
don't think he's. I
then
don't think he's
then
ever
be
gonna be healthy
healthy.
again.
That's what
I
I'm
don't think
saying.
he's
So
ever
why
gonna
not
be
be
healthy
transparent
again.
about
Yo,
that?
LM. If I'm a
But
GM,
that's not.
I'm
That's not the
watching Ben
mindset.
Simmons like a
But that's not
drug
the
test right
mindset that
now.
he can have.
'Cause I
You
can't
But
trust
yo
why
that
not
guy.
be transparent about the fact
let me.
you don't know if you're gonna be
That
fully
don't make no
healthy? So why not be
sense.
transparent about
Yo,
that? What you mean it don't make no sense?
he's
LM,
an athlete is never gonna think like that, LM. An
and
athlete is
listen,
never gonna think like that. An athlete thinks they're the best player, that they're indestructible, that they could come back from anything, and that's the
That's
mentality
not
they're
always the
supposed to
case.
have.
Kobe knew
But
when
it,
it was time to hang it up. He knew
yo,
when it was
Kobe,
time.
yeah, but that's
Kobe was
different though.
getting blood spinning in Germany. He fought that shit for a long time. He had serious injuries.
But
And
there's
he
a time when you
hobbled
know
his
when
way.
it's
His
time for you
last
to
2
go.
years, he tried to beat it. He tried to beat it like that. You don't remember the joke? Everybody
Yo,
used to say,
Kobe
"Oh,
had
he going to
Achilles
Germany."
injuries. Like he knew when it was time to go. He didn't continue playing. Be
Okay,
like, I'm gonna play this out. He knew when it was time to dip.
yeah, but he wasn't 28 years old. Kobe, what, he retired 36, 37,
Yeah, he had
and the
20 years
last
in the
2
league.
years
Yeah, he came in at
he was
18.
not Kobe the last 2 years. But he tried. He tried everything he could, and you never
So if
heard
you're
Kobe
not
talk
Ben, you
about,
don't think to
yeah, well,
yourself,
my
yo,
back
I
is
might not be
hurting,
fully
my
healthy.
knees is
I might
hurting. You
have to
know, I
go.
just got platelet. He's like, if I cross the line, I'm good. I'm gonna play, and I'm gonna play you. I'm gonna play you to the best of my can. Like, he's not gonna tell you he's finished until he's
So
finished.
so so put it like this. As Eskimo just said on here, yo, it's an injury where you don't know if you're healthy or not. You can be rehabbing, feel like you in the best spot of your life, and then the next day your back just gives out. So if that's the case with Ben's injury,
Yeah.
you don't think in the back of
You
your
don't
mind
think
he shouldn't be thinking,
So what do you
yo,
want him to do? You
if
want
this
him to
is
give
for
up? You want him to give up?
Yo,
if
but
Is that the
hold on,
transparency you
hold on,
want?
hold
You
on,
want him
hold
to
on.
say,
Yo,
you want him to just be defeated and go, yo, I'm never gonna play again. Fuck it.
yes, sometimes
Nah,
that's
nah,
it's
Yo, that is making
reality.
nah,
goddamn
nah.
Listen,
You
sense.
listen.
can't, you can't do that. You can't do
That's
that,
not
bro.
real
no,
life.
What you mean he can't do that?
Alum,
If he's not
Alum,
added to the team,
Nobody
then why
does that.
not?
Nobody in the
Alum.
history of basketball has
Yo,
ever done that.
yo,
Now,
Alum.
Nobody.
Greg
That's,
Oden,
so
Greg
let him be
Oden,
the first
remember that?
then. Let him be the
Greg Oden,
first.
remember? Oh,
That don't
hold
make
on.
any sense,
Ella,
man.
remember
Come
Greg
on.
Oden? Remember him?
Let's
He tried. Brandon Roy tried. I mean, Grant Hill.
Yeah, and they knew when to give it
Brandon
up.
Roy
No,
had
but I'm
no
saying they tried though.
Brandon Roy
Yo,
had no ligaments
yo,
in
Alum.
his knee, and he still
This gonna
tried
be
for
yo.
two
This is gonna
years.
be Ben Simmons last year. He got no choice but to try. This is last year.
Yo, that's the normal way to look at it. Like, yo, he a human being. He's born gifted, and it's almost like it's a curse to be born gifted, to be born 6'11", have his court vision, has his athleticism. He right now on the Nets, he is the best player. He's the not the best player. He's the most talented player. Like, and
I
just
don't think
sheer
so.
God
Oh,
given
you're
talent.
so right, Podthorn. You are so right, man, on that. You were so right on
It,
that. For many
Well,
it,
who
different
else
it
reasons,
played
that
on the
though.
All-Star team,
that but
Jonathan?
when they
John's being
play,
BK,
sarcastic,
no,
but
no,
when
he's
BK.
they're
I'm talking
really
honestly.
about
playing,
Ben
that's
Simmons now. I'm not talking about the Ben Simmons that actually came into the league to play basketball. I'm talking about the Ben
Guys.
Simmons now.
One second, Jonathan.
the Ben
Just
Simmons right
because,
now. The
hold on,
Ben Simmons
Jonathan.
right now in the practice court is busting everybody's ass. That's just the reality of it. He's more
Because it's a
talented
money
than that.
contract year. He got his
Uh,
body right
he
just when
was
he knew he
busting their
needed
ass
to.
last year, and he looked like a stiff. He looked like he
Look at
couldn't
the
bend his
players on the
back.
team. Of course, we're gonna kill him.
He
Our
he's
roster is probably
Yo,
the
but I'm
trashiest
saying they're
roster
all
in the league.
yo, LM, I
He
didn't even
better be
understand
killing our
that one. That was a
they're
roster.
good one.
professionals.
That was a
He was
good one.
Yo, we
Yo,
got one of the worst rosters in the league. If he's not killing our roster, I'm
I agree
worried.
with that. I agree with that, but he's
I'm
better than
very
him.
worried.
That's the only point. He's better than him.
All right,
That's just what it
all right,
is.
hold on. Let me let Harlem go. And I want to get Ivan's perspective on the topic of the show. Harlem, go ahead, man. Harlem on the rise. What's good, man?
What's good, y'all?
Hey,
Ain't shit. And what's
All
the
right,
topic
so
again?
what do you think about that? About the competition for who you think Ben should come off the bench, or you actually think that Dennis Schroeder should start?
Bro, I'm
Oh,
gonna let
Daniel,
Ivan go. I don't even want to
Yeah,
talk
Jonathan,
yeah,
about.
oh yeah, yeah. So Shooter gotta start. If we starting Clarkson, if Clarkson the focal point, Shooter gotta start. Or if Shooter don't start, that means that Shooter still gotta get more minutes than Ben. Because
That's
because
never
the
gonna
Clarkson
happen.
because the thing is how can Ben Simmons and Clarkson play together?
well, they
He's
can
Ben
play. Listen, you know what they do, Ivan? They play defense and they turn defense into offense. That's what they'll do.
we seen that what happened last time, and
They didn't play that many games. You don't know. How do you
actually, we do
remember?
know. BK, actually, we do know. We just
yo,
saw it with our own
BK,
eyes.
No, we
BK.
don't.
Okay, I want to
I
ask you,
did. I don't know what you were
BK,
watching.
BK. I
You
want to ask
didn't.
you this. Hold on, BK. I want
Oh
to ask you this.
Jesus.
Let's say you're the coach of the opposing team. What would be your strategy to play against Claxton and Ben? Right, just let them sit in the perimeter and not guard them. They don't need to be
Well, there's
guarded.
somebody who
Basketball
if
is
they
played with
drop
five.
it.
We played with
Go ahead.
5 players. No.
Yeah, they
Hey,
play with five
That's
players.
the best
and
shooters
can't
come
and
into
can't
play,
the
man.
Nets and
Two
can't the
is a
Nets with Ben
liability.
Simmons with Ben
Part the
Simmons and Clax, can't the Nets put three three players that shoot 40%.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Shoot
It's
threes.
Python, I have
They
a
could put
question
three
for you.
players on the court that shoot threes.
Yo, Python, I have a question. What would happen if Ben Simmons and Clarkson can Ben Simmons and Clarkson do a pick and roll together?
Yeah, why not?
How?
As long as it's going to the basket.
You don't even gotta roll over the pick and roll. Just think about that, brother.
It
Why
depends.
not?
All right.
Real
So
quick, real
if
quick.
Embiid is waiting for him at the rim, no, it won't work.
Yo, I'm sitting
Real,
right next to a basketball
If
coach
anybody
right
waiting
now.
for them at the rim, it won't work.
real
No, it's
quick.
not Embiid.
I'm put a picture on y'all head real quick. That Ben that you seen last year is not the same Ben as the one killing everybody in practice. The dude can get downhill now. Like they talking about, DFS talking about this look like the Ben I didn't want to guard. You know what I'm saying? So I want y'all to stop thinking of the old hurt Ben that was
Eskimo,
trying to play and think about the old Ben that could get downhill and dunk on somebody. Like that's
the
what he's
only
giving them in
problem,
practice.
the only issue with that statement that you just said is what we going back that we just talked about is what we reverting back to. He can be doing that today, and the next day the dude can be off, or
But even
he
hold
can hurt.
Yo,
you,
You know what I'm saying? Like
same thing with
it's
most
on or
players. Like
off.
at any given point,
hold on.
a player could get hurt again.
Yo, but you,
That's just the reality of it.
I'm talking, but
Sometimes you get lucky,
he has a
sometimes you don't.
history of it. I'm not
yo,
talking
LM,
about. I'm not talking about a ant getting injured the next day,
No,
even though
I don't.
ant's never
yo,
been injured. Like
LM, listen to me. Hear me
it's
when I'm
different.
talking. Hear me
LM for
when I'm saying
Python,
something to you, because I
hold
want
on,
you to
Python, before
understand
you
where I'm
go.
coming from.
Because
One mic, one mic, one mic,
I'm
one
not
mic.
saying I
hold
believe
on,
he's
Python,
gonna
because
be
I
injured
agree
again.
with you. Hold on, Python. I just want to say this. 'Cause LM, I don't think we can say the injury thing. We got to talk about what Philly Ben Simmons can do to this team. Can't let's say hypothetically he is healthy, because you never know. Like Python said, do you think he can help this team? I still don't think Claxton and him will be effective, even a Philly Ben Simmons. I honestly don't
Do
think
y'all
that.
fully believe that a 2016 Ben will ever make a return to this league? Screw
Not a
our team. I'm talking about the
2016.
league.
Give me
That Ben is
2021
gone.
Ben.
There's a new Ben Simmons.
Give me 2021 Ben. Give me
Yeah,
And he's a
the
defensive
con
great
player,
artist.
day is
second in
coming there,
defensive
man.
player
Nah,
of
give
the
me
year.
2016 Ben, where he was
Why? He was in
aggressive.
college.
No, he was aggressive when he was coming into the league.
I'm just
No, but
saying,
When he got
in
drafted, he
2018,
was
did he get
very
drafted in
aggressive.
2018?
yo, LM, do you think
No,
a
I'm
healthy
talking about when he got drafted. The first year
forget
that he played, he was very aggressive.
yo LM, forget
He
about the
He
was
went to
injury.
he
so
was
what year
yamming
was
on
that when he
everybody.
scored 34
Mom, you
against us in the
okay?
playoffs?
Yo,
When he
forget about the injuries, John. Do y'all think a healthy Ben
Mom,
Simmons can help this team
go outside. Let's
with
go outside.
I want to LM. Do you think a healthy Ben Simmons can help this team out?
No,
With
because we're not trying to make the playoffs this year, so it doesn't matter.
okay,
they not making the
We just
playoffs.
looking for we just looking for individual progress from players. That's it. We're not looking for team success this year. We're trying to if we trying to make the play in and the players rebel and they like yo we can actually win some games. Then I
They
don't
not.
know. That's
They
something that
not gonna
Sean
win
Marks and
games.
them is. That's something that they gonna have to talk about.
I'm
So
telling you right now,
but
they said it right now. If Ben is still playing like he has been for the last month, they gonna do damage. You know what I'm saying?
and if
That's
he
what
does
they.
damage, they are switching the lineups and they are sitting him down because that's not the game plan. Just like they
Oh
did in that
yeah.
Milwaukee game.
They don't gotta sit him down. All they
There's
gotta
no
do is
way
play
that
him
they
for three
traded
quarters
for
and sit
those.
him down in the fourth quarter. They don't gotta sit him down. They can play him 3 quarters.
Or we could do what
There's
Utah
no
did. We
way.
can ball out in the first half and tank in the second half of the season.
All right, so
If
we're
that's
gonna
the
get into
case,
the
Wait,
draft.
BK,
Yeah.
you want to know who should get the position, right? At point guard? That's what your question was at the beginning of this?
Yes, sir.
All right, I got two easy answers for you. You want to hear them?
I'm listening.
It's called the draft and it's called free agency. That's what the Nets should do to find a point guard.
Jonathan,
Well,
the draft is
obviously,
not gonna
these two are
stay
not
with
our
the Nets, man.
future. If you look at
Yeah.
this from a realistic standpoint,
All right, so
I'm
listen.
good with Ben
They're
getting the
gonna
starting
find
role.
a.
I just
They're
If they
gonna
it's just
had
find
the
a.
like,
risk
listen,
of him being injured again.
if they
now,
had
Ella, you've been
three
making a
first
lot of
round,
sense tonight, man. I'm glad that you see what's going on here.
But you guys realize when if he doesn't get hurt in practice or in one of the preseason games, Ben Simmons is gonna be your starter. Like
Bro,
we
it's
could
an
chat.
82 game
Y'all could
season,
be
but
mad. Y'all could. I don't think he's gonna last the whole season. He'll probably play 15 games or some shit like that. I don't believe you could come back from these back injuries. But He's the best player. He's gonna be the start. There's no comparison to
But
him.
hold on, Python. I want to say this. I want to say this real quick because I do think Ben Simmons, right? It's like I don't think you understand it. I think Ben Simmons is the best player, but I think Shooter is the better fit. I don't think you
No, he's
understand it.
not. You're not
He's
going to
not.
win with him. You're not going far with Dennis Schroeder, man. I just
He's
Can't
not.
go far with Ben Simmons. So what do you want,
Yeah,
Jay?
If
What do
you
you
play
want?
Ben
I
with
think
Cam will average 28.
no, but
If you play Cam without Ben, he'll average 24,
yo.
25.
So hold on. The reason why I said that, Python, Embiid and
I
Ben.
think Cam will average 28 regardless. I feel.
Exactly.
Nah,
And Ben, hold on, hold
He
on, hold on,
wouldn't.
hold on, hold on. Hold on.
He wouldn't.
Ben Simmons had spacing problems with Embiid. So the thing is, I'm saying with Claxton, that's even worse. Claxton can't do nothing.
Well, according to
And
Horty,
I don't
he
remember
want
them
the big
having
men to shoot
I don't
more
remember them
this
having
season.
spacing
So
problems.
the Horty want the big men to shoot more this season. So I mean,
Claxton has to space the floor, man.
but
No, Claxton's
BK
not spacing the floor.
Horty
They
came out
have
and said, "Yo,
Clowney.
he want the
They have
team, he want the big men to
Clowney,
shoot more
Cam
this season."
Johnson, and Cam.
Is he?
Cam,
Are they good
the
at shooting?
moment,
Have they been working on their shot? Because
the
like,
I
moment
mean,
they may,
Cam
Claxton
takes
is. I
more than
seen
2
Claxton
dribbles, this
shooting in the
but
off
he has to
season. Looked
make.
like
All right, in
Claxton
order for
shooting.
Claxton to be a good shooter, he needs to make 1,000 threes a day, man. I mean, I don't know if he's
Come on,
he's never
BK.
gonna be a
man.
shooter. You could forget
That's the
that.
only time I
1,000
agree with
threes,
That's
you.
A
not
man.
thousand.
Not
What
in
is
a
he?
row.
Steph
feasible.
Curry?
Not in a row. Not in a row. 1,000 threes. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. If you want to
No,
be 41% in the
he's
NBA,
not. That's not changing
He's never
nothing.
gonna be
That's not
40%
changing
from the
anything.
three. That's never gonna happen.
it can happen if he puts the work in.
Yo,
He has a $97 million contract.
there's
He can get 3 players, like 3 guys to rebound for him, like when he shoots the ball, to give him the ball back. So, and he should be able to become a better shooter. He got a big
that's never
Yo,
contract.
gonna
Horty.
happen.
I don't know if he was. I don't
That's
know if he was
never
joking or
gonna
not, but
happen.
Horty said he has plans of playing Ben, Day, Claxton, and whoever else together on the floor. I don't know if he's crazy or what, but he's
Oh
saying
no,
he
that
wants
was a
them to
Put
shoot
joke.
threes.
his mouth in the thumbnail, man.
He's saying he wants them to shoot threes. So he might want Claxton to stretch it out more.
Yeah,
So
he needs
we'll
to because
see.
he's they said he put on weight. I don't know if that's true or not. He's up to
He
like
weighs
Jonathan, how much?
225. Claxton weighs 225.
Claxton, yo, hold on. The truth is, if
Yo,
Ben gonna be successful, Claxton gotta shoot threes. That's the truth. That's
Yeah,
just the way it's gonna work.
Claxton
Yeah.
should take his offense to another game. He's got the time. He's got a good season to do it. Just expand your game. Because they did
Yeah.
say they wanted to
I
play
agree.
make,
I
which is
agree with
weird.
that.
My thing
I
is
agree
this
with
though:
that.
what do they want Claxton to do with play make? Do you want him to make passes in the corner if he can't get a dunk or something, or they want him to look for somebody in the corners? If it's in the corners, I get it, but I don't know if
they
that's
want
gonna
him to
should
do
be a
what
big focus.
Sabonis and
They
Jokic
want
does. What Jokic
He
and
want him to
Claxton.
be
Sabonis
a
does.
Sabonis. Yeah, he want to be a Sabonis. He wants him to be a Sabonis type player.
And
Yeah, they
Claxton's
want
dribbling's got to
Claxton
be
to
on
beat.
point then.
They want Claxton to beat bigger centers, slower centers off the dribble handoff. He
yeah.
can dribble
I think I've been
handoff
saying
keep.
for the last 6 months.
Yeah,
Yo,
that's what they want him to do, and then they want
and
him to play make from the elbow. But that's what they said. They're not sure if Claxton can play make like that, but they're gonna try and see how it works out. You know what I mean?
I mean, screw it. Y'all ain't got much to lose. We taking anyway.
True.
Might as well see what you
Yo,
can throw out
honestly,
there.
yo, I'm gonna say this prediction again, and I'm gonna keep saying it so y'all know y'all heard it from me. We gotta be a better defensive team than we are offensively. I'm telling y'all right now, yo. We gonna be a good
Well,
defensive team.
well, it's great you
Honestly,
said that, Ivan, because I think Jordy's first season will be spent more on the defensive identity than the scoring identity. If you
yeah,
can
cause
establish some type of identity there, that's a good start for your team.
John, we have 5 defenders on the team. Literally, we have 5 defenders that
Right.
I consider good
I
defenders.
mean,
the
the
reason why
interesting thing is
I don't like
Clowney
their
is at
size.
230.
What happened?
I said the
Clowney's
interesting thing
230.
about it is Clowney is at 230.
Let's
So I mean,
go.
Yeah,
the fact that he even got to that
but
weight is
it looked
insane.
like Nick
Crazy.
Claxton was running them over in practice, yo. It looked
Yeah,
like Nick
I ain't gonna
Claxton
lie.
was
From the clips I've seen, Claxton
sunning
looked like
Nick
he putting the
Claxton.
ball on the floor,
Give Clowney
more.
2, 3 more years, he'll be doing the same thing. Remember, it's his second year.
Nah,
But
but
the
y'all
fact he
can't.
bulked
But
Yeah,
the
up's a
thing
great
is,
thing.
Oh, but
it's
yeah,
Jonathan,
no,
he
highlights.
wasn't
he's
ready
young.
yet,
He's like
man. Remember five, 6
Practice
months
is
ago?
different from the ball. From the
DK,
ball
you're
game.
the one who was glowing about his 3-point shooting, but then you're saying he's a one-dimensional guy, and now he's
He
bulked
is.
up and he can
He got
play.
to work on his
No, he
game.
is. He says he's going to play power forward and center. What are you talking about?
Jonathan, they're not perfect players. They got to work on their games, man.
But you were raving about
Nobody's
him.
a
Now you're
perfect
agreeing
player
with
though.
us. Now, isn't
Because he
it so
provides
ironic
space
for
and he
him
can
to
shoot.
say this?
He can shoot.
No, but wait, so BK, so now you're saying that Thomas and Claxton, they're imperfect players and they can make their games better, not that
Ben
they don't deserve
Simmons
a
has to
place in
work
this
on his
league?
game too. He has to work on his free throw shooting. He has to work on his shooting.
Everybody on that team got to work on their game. It's
Guys,
not
are we
just
surprised
Cam
that BK is
Claxton.
actually
Everybody
agreeing
on
with
the team
us?
has to work on their game.
Wow,
But you know
I'm
what,
shocked.
guys? We gotta
This
be
is
honest.
not
This
dumbed
team,
down basketball talk over here, man. Like I said, I'm real. And Ben Simmons, like I said, the gloves come off. If he has a 2 or 4 point game, I mean, he's really going to hit for me.
he's
So
gonna
I
have
mean,
2
I'm
or
not.
4 point games.
What's
You
that?
gotta face the reality that he's gonna have games like that. But
He
he'll
might
have a
have
2 or
2
4.
points, but he probably have like eight. He probably have
Hold on.
like
If
eight
you got
assists.
listen, if you got Kai, because like I did a video last year. I think it was like in November. They were playing the Dallas Mavericks, and he had 2 points against Kyrie Irving. I'm like, I went on the show. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like,
But he
yo,
probably
you
gonna
gotta
have like
dominate that
7 assists
matchup,
though,
man.
BK. He probably
Huh?
gonna have like 7 assists. He probably gonna have like 8 assists. He probably gonna have like 10
Listen,
rebounds.
Kyrie Irving guarding you, man. You need to have 30. All right.
It's never
Fuck
just
passing.
they
Fuck
never
When
just
has
passing.
guard
Ben
you,
when has Ben
Kyrie
ever had
Irving.
a scoring mindset though? I'm not saying that. I'm not
No,
saying that.
I get his mindset from a point guard perspective. You got to get everybody involved. But when you have like a matchup like that, you have to win that matchup. And we lost the game.
But BK, don't you see that Ben is doing this by choice? I mean, let's be honest. How is it he can make such perfect mid-range 15, 16 floaters? He can make 3-point
It,
shots at practice. When it
when
comes
you
to the
have
real games, he
Josh,
I
when
doesn't
was
you
do
have
it at
watching.
the
all.
injury
I
that
was
he
watching
had,
a workout. I was watching a workout from Anthony Edwards today, and he was making every damn near three. He missed. He took like about 50 or 63s. He made like 46 of them. Is he doing that in the real game? That's
Come on,
practice.
BK. Let's be real, BK. Ben Simmons knows
and
what
not
he's
only
doing
that,
by intentionally
when
not
you
trying to
have
do
that back
offense.
injury, it fucks with your touch. He still can't shoot free throws. They had that contest on the board. He was last place. Nick Claxton was second to last. So the both of them can't shoot free throws still. But
Claxton's
Yeah.
but
25, man. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, it's
but
a little crazy on Claxton because
but
he has nothing to use for that. He's just got to get better.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they just got to get better. But at the same time, it's like you don't have like sometimes you could just take a player for what he is, right? And what that player naturally has the ability to do. If you strengthen that and you put a team around it, like I don't think y'all understand. If you're a big fan of if you're a big fan of Cam Thomas, your dream is Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons makes Cam Thomas everything that Cam Thomas
Facts.
does wrong. Okay,
I said that
like he
earlier.
could just go out there and just go berserk. And guess what? Cam Thomas shoots a full 7% higher when he's shooting off a catch and shoot. He's one of the top catch and shoot shooters in the NBA. So when you got Ben with the
Yeah, like
ball in his hand,
35% from three. Yeah, on
you know what
catch
I'm
and
saying?
shoots. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you got Ben with the ball in his hand and he's spraying it around, Cam doesn't have to dribble. When Cam takes more than 2 dribbles, his efficiency drops. So now he's gonna be better. He's gonna last longer during the season. And all the guys who are just 3-point shooters, they're all gonna tick up a little bit. They're all
Only
gonna play
reason
a
why
little
I
bit
say
better.
start Ben is because Cam Johnson's going to be at the 3, and you need somebody that's going to get the ball besides Cam in Cam Johnson's hands for him to do what he do.
Yeah, you
A
don't want
Clowney
Cam
hands.
Johnson dribbling.
Like
Yeah, even like
you
DFS.
need somebody
Very
in the
physical.
lineup.
He's gonna help elevate their
And Ben can give you a little bit of defense. He's 6'10", 240. That at the point guard is a nightmare for anybody. So
Yeah, if you
I
could
mean,
put
you
Ben,
Yeah,
Claxton,
but
and
listen,
Clowney on the
Adam, I
floor
agree with
together,
that.
that's
But there's times that Ben doesn't utilize that advantage, that matchup advantage, and it makes me want to tear
you're
my
not
head out.
wrong. You're not
Tear
wrong.
my hair out of it.
You're not wrong. I wish he did use his size. Well, that's what I said back in Philly. He used to use his size. The dude was aggressive. He
I
used to
I think
boom
I
on
think
everybody.
One way or
I don't
another, this
care.
chapter has to end. We can't trust the guy. We don't know what he's going to do. Like
Yo,
Elam says, it could be one day
you might
he's
have to
good,
root for another
one day
team.
he's bad. You got to trust, and you have to trust who your main guys are. And if this is your main guy, you can't trust him. Plain and
Yo,
simple.
I
he's
mean,
never
it's
gonna
a
be.
risk with Ben anyway, but he's never going to be what he was in 2016, 17.
Yeah, of
It's a
course.
new
Yeah.
era. It's a
Yo,
new
why y'all
era
go
with
so
Ben.
far back? He was defensive. He was second in defensive player of the year voting in 2021. Like y'all going way 2016, 20. Yo, he's a three-time All-Star.
2021.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I
Yeah,
don't think
Well,
it's that. I don't think
Parker,
we
it like
gonna
a
have to
lot
look
hasn't
that up.
happened since then,
I'll pull
man.
it up.
Somebody look that up and see if that's true. But this is what I'm saying. But what I was originally saying is true. Even if that is true, the fact of the matter is he still had a different fire. It's a difference when, and I guess a part of that why I'm saying that is because when you first drafted in the league, it's a different fire. You get drafted, you
LM,
playing for a contract, you on a team.
Ben
Possibly,
Simmons
I get it,
finished
but
second in
Facts, LM,
DPOY
facts.
voting. Ben Simmons finished second in the 2021 NBA Defensive Player of the Year voting.
and
2021.
who was on the team with him?
You're talking about
Who
Embiid?
was on the team with
Did
him?
Embiid win it that year, or what you call it? Embiid was on the team, but every single game he's the one that guarded the best. He's the one that guarded the best offensive player.
No,
Embiid didn't
I'm
guard
not disputing that.
Durant
He
and
definitely did.
you know what I'm saying? But and
I'm
and
so
that
I'm not
same
agree
year
with
the
I don't
coaches
disagree with that.
hold on, the same year the coaches did a vote and they voted Ben Simmons defensive player of the year. I believe it was over Gobert. So
Yeah, I think he won that year. I don't
like
disagree with that,
you don't
but
you
I
don't
don't think
you
he's
don't
gonna be
get that
that player
award.
though.
Hold on.
You don't
Let me
get
let
that
hold on.
award and you don't get that assignment if you don't care. Like it's not that the dude don't care, it's that he was injured. Like his back is fucked up.
The
I don't
thing
Yeah,
think
but
he's
is
coming back
that
from it.
who is that? Pato sports media because of Stephen A. Smith has become so dumbed down in the last 15, 20 years. You got a lot of content creators out there trying to be like Stephen A. Smith. I mean, they don't really like analyze the game and they don't understand just because you're
Okay,
hurt.
this has nothing to do with content creators. This has to do with the fact that we can't trust this guy with our future. We need players that could actually play for more than
Listen,
50 games and
listen,
But
show
what
listen,
up.
makes
listen.
you but what
Yo,
I
makes
hear
you
who,
think
yo,
if
who's
you
the
want to
players
say
that can
okay,
if
so
you
play?
want to
listen.
say injuries, fine, but we have to get another point guard, or this team will
And
be.
we will. We have the
We will
draft and
get
free
another point
agency.
guard.
We're gonna have $100 million in cap space, and we're gonna have 6 picks. If the
But
Nets can't
you
get
and
a point guard with that, then we might blame
John,
it themselves.
you and BK are opposite sides of the spectrum of lunacy. It's somewhere in the middle. You have Ben now, if and you keep Ben as long as he's healthy. It's
I've been
not
saying that.
personal.
I've
It's
been saying
just
that.
a
Parthon,
role.
after the
But we
news I
don't
found
we
out
don't
today,
know
I
we don't
can't
know how
trust
long
him.
he's
So
gonna
I'm
be
ready for
healthy
him to go off
though.
this team as soon as
No, that's right.
possible.
But you don't know how long any player is gonna be healthy. And we
Exactly.
got
No,
Darren,
we
Exactly.
we
don't.
got Darren
Stop,
Williams. We
stop.
got
Don't do
Darren
that.
Williams
Don't
at
do
the
that.
we
No,
got
Yo, this
listen,
is
Darren
us.
Williams
Yo,
at
LS,
the
stop.
thank you for being on the side of
Why?
of the
Williams at the
realism
But
height of
no,
tonight,
the way
LS.
I'm making
Thank
this,
you.
the way I'm making this. Hold on. I'm not. First of all, I'm saying two things can be true at once. I'm not saying that you're wrong in that any player can get injured, obviously. But what
I
I'm saying is, if it comes to a certain player who, for the past few years, have shown you,
Yo,
and based on
you
what you
thought
have seen, if
you
you
thought
see in
he
the
hadn't played
reports,
since
right?
the 18s. You
Hold
thought
on.
you
No,
thought
no,
he
that's
hadn't
not what I'm
played since
saying.
2019 or some shit like that.
That
You
I
were
did not
shocked that
say.
just in 2021, he was DPOY status.
I'm not. Hold on. I'm
That's
not
not a
saying.
long time ago.
I know he played in 2021. That wasn't my point. My point was before 2021. Yes, I feel like he played with more ferocity
yeah, LM,
in
LM. I thought
2017,
I
2018.
swear, listen, I swear on my mother, I thought Claxton was going to play the first game. I swear, I was like, Claxton will
Yeah.
play the first game, the first preseason game, and he's hurt.
It's
Me,
preseason,
me, too- me,
BK. It's
He's hurt.
preseason. Come on.
But hold on, John. But that's not what I'm saying, right? What I'm saying is this:
I can't.
to the injury argument, right? What I'm saying is this:
Preseason.
I'm saying two things can be true at once. I'm not saying that Python is wrong in saying that every player gets injured because that's a
Yeah,
fact. You don't know. Some
no, I
players'
mean,
time is up.
every
You would
minute,
never know.
every minute
But
on that court. Who knew Kevin Durant was going to have an Achilles tear in that
right,
final? Nobody
I'm
knew.
not
I
disputing
didn't
that.
predict it.
Who knew the
I'm not
Nets were gonna
disputing
wait
that at
18
all.
months? Who knew before Kevin Durant played a single game for us, before he dribbled a basketball for us? We had to wait 18 months
Yeah.
for him to play again. And we were all patient. We were all okay. Yeah,
Yep.
when he comes back, Yo, he's way older too. You just don't know these things.
But
And
that's not what I'm
and
saying.
But
But here's
Parker,
what I'm saying though.
how did
Here's
KD
what,
play though when he was available? How did he play? Was he focused? Was he locked in? Was he playing at an all-star level?
absolutely.
He
But let
never
me ask you
listen.
this
That's
so
question.
it.
what?
That's
So
it. That's
actually,
all it
How
needs.
wait,
You
long
wait.
don't
have
So
you
answer
been
wait.
those two
asking a question
stories.
and
So
I
wait.
answered?
John's
Hold
making
on,
my
hold on,
point.
hold on,
John's
hold
making a
on.
good point.
John,
John's making a
hold
good
on.
point.
Answer my
No,
question
my
now.
my opinion. Yeah,
How
y'all
was
guys not gonna like this. You guys not gonna
how
like
was
this.
Ben when he was healthy and he was playing? When
If
Ben
we
was
talk,
the last time Ben was
He
healthy
got
and he
you
was
back there,
playing,
Jonathan.
he did me with
he was
nothing. He
defensive
did me with nothing. Listen, we're talking about the Ben Simmons of now. I'm
he
not
was
talking about
second in
Philly Ben.
defensive player
I'm
of the
Hold
talking
year,
on,
about. I'm
bro.
hold
talking
on,
about
but
the
hold
guy.
on,
I'm talking about the guy
but
that.
hold on,
Well, listen,
John.
listen. I'm talking about the guy that purposely risked his back last summer when he said he was going to kill his previous version of
You
himself
said he
for the
purposely
money
did that?
over the
But hold
team.
on,
Now
but
He
hold on,
didn't
John.
guarantee his
Hold on. Let me
safety
add on
now
to
because
you're
he
that.
didn't
getting
have to
emotional.
play.
Now you're not even
But
thinking
hold
he
on.
no, he
Hold on.
purposely
Let me add
did
on to
that
that.
to his
Right.
back, and then he purposely got surgery just to fake it so he didn't have to play.
And
Hold on,
Parker,
John.
how much
Hold on,
money
John.
is
Let
he
me add
making?
on
Wait,
to
wait,
that.
wait, Parker, how much money is Ben Simmons
Come on,
making?
man.
Hold on. So let
That's
me
not
add. So
How
let
much
me
is he
add on to
making
that.
though?
Right. So let me add on to that. Right. So let me say this. The difference, what I feel like between for Ben, for the past few years, he's been injured. Right now, if we want to talk about the KD injury, since KD has entered the league, I correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think KD has ever been injured until that Achilles injury that we've seen.
Yeah, he
If
had the
I'm not
knee that he
mistaken,
had the knee surgery that kept him out for the year too. OKC.
I forgot what year. I forgot what year was that.
He had a
I don't
foot
know if
injury. There
was
was a
that the
foot
final.
injury.
Was
It was
that
a foot injury.
2013?
It was a foot injury. It was a foot injury. It was a
Right,
tough. Yeah,
but
it was a foot injury. Not a knee.
KD didn't. But KD is not. I'm not. What I'm saying is KD is not normally the person that you will look at and be like, "Yo, we concerned about the dude's health. He can't stay healthy."
He
In
got
my
injured
opinion, I
twice with
thought
us. He hurt his knee. Remember, he hurt his knee.
twice compared to look how
Was it
long
his
he's been in the
fault though?
league though. BK
BK.
twice.
It wasn't. BK. Context. It wasn't Katie's fault. Bruce Brown bumped into his knee, and then Butler bumped his knee. It wasn't that Katie hurt his knee on purpose?
Right,
Like,
So
exactly.
No,
come on.
Jonathan doesn't make any sense sometimes.
so
That's
But
real
so
bad.
look,
KD
but that,
so KD
but
hasn't
to
played 82 games. I got his stats in front of me if y'all want to know
Let's hear it. Let's
the
hear it.
answer. All right. So KD hasn't played more than 78 games since his third year in the league. He had a
hmm
season with 27 when he wrecked his knee. Then he had another
hmm
season with 35, 47, and 39, and all of those was with us. So he doesn't
So
Uh,
those are recent years.
it just
yeah,
shows you
those
how
are recent
biased
years. So he
Jonathan is,
played
man.
So what? All
35,
right. So go back to when he entered the.
35,
Why do you
47,
compare
and
Kevin Durant
So
39.
to
what is
Ben
his?
Simmons?
So wait,
It
hold
makes
on, John.
no
So
sense.
what is his games?
And he
So
had
what is his games played since 2009 when he entered the
since
league?
two
How many games has he played since 2009? Before he came
uh,
to Brooklyn, he was just straight on OKC. How many games did he play?
so before 2009
N-
or after
No, when he got
2009.
drafted after 2009, when he was on OKC, when he got
Hmm.
drafted, how many games did he
He
play?
was oh
How what
07,
was
oh
his
08.
games
He
played?
was oh 08 he got
Oh yeah,
drafted.
oh 08, yeah, oh 07, yeah, oh 08 when he got drafted. So after oh
Hmm.
08, how many games did he play
Oh,
before he came to Brooklyn?
he played 80, 74, 82, and then so that's before oh 08. I mean that's oh 08 to 010, and then every year after it went down 78, 66. Oh, he had 281s. That's right. Oh yeah. But he was 24 and
Right.
25. He had 281s, and then he got injured. He had the
Mm-hmm.
27, and since that,
Mm-hmm.
he's never played more than 78 games.
All right,
Since that
Right.
injury,
hold on. Let me let Scott go because Scott's been on here for like 10 minutes and he didn't say a damn thing. Scott,
Hey,
who should start?
Uh,
You think that
hey, what's up,
Jordi
everybody?
Fernandez is actually smoking something in terms of like competition for the starting point guard position
there's
there?
no competition. That's just
So he's going to let Ben
paper
Simmons
talk.
play.
No, I mean, did you think that he should start or you think Dennis Schroeder should start?
Honestly, being honest,
Yeah.
Dennis Schroeder's been balling. I don't know
oh,
why people don't like him. I think he's a
Well,
good.
his
He ain't a
size.
great point guard, but he's a good point guard. He know where the ball need to be at. He can run an offense. He can score a little bit.
He's too
He can
small,
shoot
man.
a three.
He's a
He can
good leader
spread the
too.
floor a little bit. He's okay. He's better than what they got. Simmons
Hey,
has to
if you
prove
need shooters
himself
to play,
because when his contract is up, they're gonna let him go. They're
So
gonna let him
you
go.
something, man. Let's look
Right.
at
I'm being honest. That's why they're not saying anything. They're not saying it, and the
Oh,
league
they
knows
saying a
that
lot.
too.
You just not listening. Yo.
Yeah, he's not
But
gonna
let's
get.
see over here.
I mean,
So,
if he comes out and ball, it benefits the Nets.
Scott, look at
It benefits
this
the Nets because that's a trade partner. They can
So
trade
you
him.
had 6 different teams for Dennis Schroeder over here. I think
Yeah.
the LA Lakers, or was it LA Lakers, and was it Toronto, Boston, Houston, LA Lakers, back to. I mean, he's been
He's
what's the
in
word?
the
Passed
scene
around like a
shooting
cheap
and
football on a
points.
Friday night, man. Like, why do you think that's so though?
Because he's been in the league long enough. He knows the game. He know the game.
And he's a good leader.
Yeah, he play hard. He plays hard.
I don't know why
Nobody can say he don't play hard.
And he's a
Wait,
leader.
who we talking
He's
about?
a good leader. If you
Dennis
watch him in
Schroeder.
Germany, he was a great leader.
He's been with like 6 different teams in 6 years.
Yeah, he's a
He's still a
journeyman.
good leader.
He's
He's
so
a good
good.
vet.
He's a vet. He's a vet. How you gonna get rid of him? Who you got on your team that you
They
gonna?
got rid of him. Look at this over here. LA
Lost
Lakers.
Yeah, that's the
fun.
Lakers. The Lakers got rid of him, but that got nothing to do with the Nets.
Boston had him. Houston had him. The Lakers had him again. They got rid of him. Toronto got him.
His problem is his size, maybe.
Yeah, that's what
and
I don't
his
like.
weight. But that doesn't mean
Scott,
that you can't.
you know BK doesn't like. Wait, Scott, you know BK doesn't like undersized guards. I don't care if you talk about all the good things about Schroeder. BK will find fault with his size. Simple as that.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, that's
You got
BK's
big
little flaw
guards
there.
that been around the
I've
league.
seen it. I've seen like the last 4 years. We just don't. We got to match up to like other guards.
We don't have it now. We don't have it now.
Yeah.
And keeping Ben is not helping because he hasn't proved himself yet. And
So
he's
how do you prove yourself?
making $40 million.
Wait.
He's
So
taking
what?
the cap on us.
Nobody
Yeah,
cares.
see,
What are you
that-
gonna
no,
use the cap for?
Nobody cares.
What are you gonna use the cap for?
cares.
You gonna
You got
sign somebody right
other
now?
free agents coming
Wait,
out. You can spend that money on a
No,
player.
there's nobody
Listen,
you want to spend that money on right now.
I'm looking for a
Right.
replacement. I'm looking for a replacement point guard for Ben Simmons. Let's see. Let's see
BK,
what's
do you
up.
know what a draft is, BK? BK, do you know what a draft
BK,
is?
the replacement point guard don't got to be 6'10".
I didn't say that.
that's
I didn't say that.
No, he ain't
None of
gonna
that.
be 6'10".
It's never gonna be
didn't say
six.
Right, but that's all.
That's once in a
But
generation.
from what it sounds, like, it sounds like BK looking for the exact replica of a 6'10", 240 point guard.
No, he ain't saying that.
Bingo!
I understand what he's saying. He want a
LM
bigger
is picking up
guard.
on you tonight, BK.
I want
Oh, okay.
Ben.
I mean, as long as we can get somebody that has like production, I mean, I'm not mad at it.
LM, did you watch ESPN today?
Hold on, guys.
Wait,
Hold
wait,
on.
I
I
wanna
want
make
to do this quick stream.
Wait,
Everybody be quiet. Hold on. Especially you, Jonathan. So you got the one point guard here is Dylan Harper and Nolan Troyer. So we hear that Nolan Troyer is actually not scoring that well.
Yo, I can't.
It depends on who
hear you, BK. The
It
echo
depends
is
on where we
crazy.
at.
Yeah, hold on. Let me try.
It depends on where we at. I don't think we're gonna get Nolan if we're on the
Did
team.
you watch ESPN today?
Yeah.
You know what they said today? They said this upcoming draft is the most historic that this one guy's seen in 20 drafts right now. That's how important
Yeah,
it is
this
to see
is an elite draft class, man.
It is.
It's an elite
But how
draft
you look
class.
at
All
it.
right, I was gonna hold on. It's gonna be elite for a lot of other teams. It's not gonna be elite for the Brooklyn Nets. You got
We got
one.
6 picks. Whoa, we got 6
What?
picks. What are you talking about, BK?
You got one
What are you
top pick
talking
over
about?
here if the Nets lose, right? You got 1, 2, and 3.
Hold
If
on,
they lose, it's 10.
BK, please listen to me. Please listen to me. You
Yeah, you bugging right
understand those
now.
picks
Yo,
aren't
Pato,
static,
talk
right?
executive to him, please.
If any of those teams has a bad year, you know those picks move up higher, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we're not stuck at 24, 25, 26. Those are just guesses, basically guessing that which teams will have the better record.
But
But
all right. So maybe
Hey.
let's say the
hold on.
Bucks. hold on, BK. I
Hot
need you to
thought. Hold on,
understand.
man.
If the Bucks have a bad season,
They're not.
the Nets can pick
What do you
higher.
mean not?
Like
I
you
mean,
gotta understand that.
y'all both have a point though. Milwaukee is the top of the top in terms of the East. They may not have a bad season,
Yeah.
or they
Or
may
they
have a
may.
bad season. It's either or. Y'all, it's
And
not like y'all both are wrong.
and I don't believe in that
It's
Knicks
a
shit at
gamble.
all. I don't believe that Knicks shit is.
Even with them getting cut.
Yes. I believe that every team, a good team, needs continuity. They're a brand new team of strangers that barely knows each other, and they got rid of their best 3-point shooters. Like they think Mikal Bridges is gonna shoot like DiVincenzo. That's not. They don't know what's
That nigga
happening
He's
jump
yet.
shot
gonna
look
Oh, wait, wait,
nasty
wait, wait,
now.
he's
wait,
gonna
wait,
do what he
Cawthorn,
does best.
wait,
He's gonna be
Cawthorn,
able to give you 17
wait,
points off the ball.
Kel
wait,
jumper look nasty
no,
now
wait,
though. I don't know
Cawthorn,
if that he gonna get that shit off.
Cawthorn, did you look at NBA Central tonight? Apparently the Knicks aren't done. They want Marcus Smart now.
Yeah.
Get him.
Yeah.
That's still on the
They're
radar.
not getting Marcus Smart.
I mean,
They're
what are you
not
giving
getting
up
him.
for Marcus Smart, though? You're going to give up your whole remaining bench for him?
Listen, listen. This whole Nick thing. I'm
You really
telling
got
you.
faith that they're gonna
This is
fall off though?
This is what they do every single time. I could have predicted this desperation move. Like y'all
Wait,
don't
but all
remember
right,
what
hold on.
Cat was
Hawthorne.
before they got Gobert. Y'all forgot how he played without Gobert. Y'all forgot the reason why they gave up their whole all their draft picks and everything else for Gobert was so
I
someone would
remember.
come in and watch how differently the Knicks are not being the number one offensive rebounding team. Like it's
I
not
mean, they
having
probably
the
gonna
number.
start Mitchell Robinson and put Cat at the
Yo,
four.
Mitchell Robinson not coming for another 4 months. He's out.
Yeah, LM.
Oh, he's
He,
injured?
yeah,
Yeah,
he's
that's
out.
why he made the move.
Dang, that's tough.
They were actually
So they're
trying
gonna
to
play
trade. They were
Cat.
actually trying to trade
They're
Mitchell
playing
with
Cat at center.
Randall to
Yo,
Minnesota.
he stands on the 3-point line. How's he gonna get? How they gonna get offensive rebounds now? With
Right.
a Nunavie
They better pray
and
Jericho
Hart.
Sims have a bully season, cause that's your only big really
Jericho
coming off the
Sims
bench.
making $4 million. LM.
Yo, I'm
They,
telling you, this it's at the very least, it's gonna take time for them to figure it out. So
but yeah,
that
BK, this
record ain't
mock
gonna
draft
be
is
like
not
how they
accurate.
think.
Like
Facts,
these
facts.
picks can
Cawthorn
be
got
like
you, BK.
that
All right,
Bucks
no,
pick
so
can go to
I
like
want to ask
16.
Hawthorne. Hold on. And Ellen, you're right. It could switch. But all right, hypothetically, let's
It
say
will
Nick Nets
switch.
are gonna pick at 24, 25, and 27. What are you gonna do then?
There's
What?
some nuggets in there. There's a nuggets of players that you can get in there.
I know a point guard. I'm saying.
Boogie Flan, Stink K.
Hey,
I mean, you
real
watch the draft,
real
BK?
quick, real
BK, I
quick.
need you to
I'm
hear
gonna
me
tell
on
you this
this.
right now. The
If
Brooklyn Nets do not really look at point guards in drafts. That's not what they really do, unless somebody is going undrafted or something like that. Since I've been scouting what they've been scouting, they
But
look at maybe one or two point guards and it's all wings and one center or something like that. So that's what they
they'll
look for
draft
in the
well,
Denver,
draft. I
Eskimo.
don't
The
know if
thing
that's
they'll
the
about
draft
case
that,
Denver.
this time,
Eskimo.
but that's what they look at.
The thing about that is they if you looked at their scouting staff, they made some replacements. I think one of the scouts they got is from he came over from Denver,
Yeah, yeah.
and if you know what Denver has done pretty good with draft selection. So maybe this year these niggas get a brain and be like, yo, let's get a point guard.
But I think
Maybe the
he's been
scouting
pretty
report
good
do
with
something
Yeah,
drafting
different.
Boogie
though.
Flan. I mean, a lot of this is like power forwards, shooting guards. There's only
But
one point guard here that's in the low 20s. Well, yeah, late 20s,
Well,
and
that's what
that's
I'm saying. You gotta look. You
this
gotta
guy
look
right
at
here.
what they're doing now. You gotta look at Chile. They got Killian Hayes. They went and got Amari Bailey out of the G League, and that's what I'm saying. They're not really. You know what I'm saying? If they had a chance to get one, they didn't take a chance. They taking a chance on one of those.
So let me say this, right? So let me pose this scenario. So let's say Ben supposedly hypothetically balls out this season, whatever. Season end, right? Are y'all okay with signing Ben back but him coming off the bench?
they not
Heck
signing him.
Y'all
no. Heck no. LM,
They're
we're
not
moving
signing
on,
him.
man.
Like
It's
that's not. You don't
over.
have to waste. You don't have to
It's
waste
over.
mental energy to think that through. Like the Nets are going in a different direction. He's a
Yeah.
29-year-old. Even if he get all his superpowers back, they just not going in the same direction. And what it's gonna cost to pay him is not gonna be there. Like, so he's
Exactly.
out of here. Like, but
No, I would want them to do that, but in the miraculous brain of Sean Marks, which we can never, as
Hmm.
mere mortals, can never comprehend.
I'm
Who's to
glad.
say that he won't sign Ben Simmons back?
I'm glad you
nah,
said
He
that.
should
nah,
be. He should be
he's not
fired.
Ben
LM,
Simmons. But
He should be
my
fired if he does that.
Sean Marks is not the
Listen,
I'm
Ben
Sean
glad.
Simmons
Marks is
guy.
not actually. Sean Marks is not the genius. Is not exactly the genius when it comes
Nah,
to
but
signing
LM,
even
and
LM,
even to
LM.
trading.
get Ben
If he
here,
lets that
Also,
con job artist
guys,
bully him into a new
guys, to get
contract,
Ben
he's the
here,
worst GM of all time. If he lets Ben
I
Simmons get
agree.
into his
to
so
head.
get
say
to
this.
get Ben
Say this.
Simmons here, Clutch
Hold up.
had to meet Clutch had to meet with KD. They had to go to KD and be like, "Yo, come on,
That
Ben's
was
getting right. Like, agree with it. Get Sean Marks to do it," and he did. Ben is not. If you know Sean Marks, Sean Marks likes Boy Scouts. He
someone.
don't like dudes like Ben.
Someone got to
Ben
mute.
Let me
Simmons
let
is
hold on.
not
Let
a
me
Well,
let
Sean
I
Marks
LBO.
player.
don't
Let me
know.
let
I don't
LBO
know,
go.
Pod.
that's the case.
Hold on,
Why
hold
did
on,
they
hold
trade
on,
for him?
hold on. Let me let LBO go. LBO. Well, what's your opinion on the topic?
There's a
Should
lot
Ben
of
Simmons
background.
start or should they
Yeah,
compete?
BK, you got to fix the static tonight, man. The static's
It's
been
not my
horrible
fault.
tonight,
I
man.
had everybody drop off. I don't know what's going on with this. It's not me. I
I
tried to.
dropped off and came back. It was still bad, so I don't know
No,
what's going
I know.
on.
We just have to deal with it. We have to deal with it.
All right, all
What
Yeah.
I was gonna say about him is you don't think that Sean Marks
I'm letting him sleep as
listen
long as he needs.
because Sean Marks listen. The only reason we got those two picks back from Houston
Hmm?
is because he hears what's out there. So if you think, oh, Sean Marks is going to do whatever he wants, regardless of the fan base, nah, he got to listen to the fan base in some ways. And the fan
right.
base was like, yo, we got no picks, we got no future, and this guy, Mikal, is a bum. So what are you going to do? And then he went and did what he had to do. That's what I'm saying. So don't act like, oh, we have to, if Sean Marks wants to sign back Ben, then we have to take, nah. He got to
Facts, LBO.
there. He's got to listen to people out there because people will talk about. And I'm talking about a lot of his tickets supporters, his season ticket holders and stuff would say, you know what, you bringing Ben back, I'm not coming back.
Yes.
Yeah,
No,
they
no, wait, listen. LBO brings
That's
up a
not.
great
But
point
look,
there.
that's
they
not
not
No, wait,
bringing
necessarily
Ben
true.
back.
no,
And guess what?
wait.
Right?
Can I just say this though?
50% of the fan base would if Ben has a good year, there's gonna be a lot of the fan base that's gonna be on his
No,
side, and it's gonna be split. It's not gonna be
LBO,
everybody
LBO. If Ben
against
Simmons
Ben.
is your best player, how is Barclays going to make money if he never shows up to play? Seriously, you're
Nah,
taking your
I'm
own
not gonna answer
basketball
questions like
yo,
that.
economy right there.
That's
and that's
silly.
why.
Like, it's not
But
worth having a conversation.
yeah, but that's why I said he might not be off the team because y'all not listening. They do not look in the draft for goddamn point guards, right? And just say, and just for talking points, just for talking points, if they want to do a 1 year rebuild, you telling me you don't think there's a chance that he signs back? Y'all gotta be shitting me with that.
There's no
They're
one year.
drafting Dylan.
Ice, why bring
If
him
Dylan
back when
falls
this
to
guy
them,
is staying on
they're
with
drafting
us,
Dylan.
taking the money?
But John,
Guys, they're
no such
drafting
thing
Dylan.
as 1 year.
Yeah,
Rebuild.
forget about the
It
money.
depends
Forget
on the
about
pick,
all that
though,
other
Pod.
stuff.
Forget about it depends on the pick.
No,
If
even
you get 2 or 1, you're not taking
look,
Dylan.
remember,
Right,
Respectfully,
but if you get 3 or 4,
no,
and Dylan falls to you, you're taking Dylan.
there's
that's true.
no
That's a
That's what I'm
fact.
trying to
That's a
say.
fact.
That's
there's
what I'm
no
trying to
1
say.
year.
It doesn't matter that Dylan is the point guard. He's the and right now, honestly, y'all know I like Ace, but Dylan and that they just played a scrimmage of Rutgers players. Dylan looks like a pro playing with children, and Ace looks like a kid that needs to put on some weight. Now,
Well,
did
he's
he get big?
205, of course.
Nah,
Yeah.
nah, Pod. Don't say that. Ace is balling, bro.
When Ace
Ace is
started ball, when
balling.
Ace hit that first 3-pointer, it looked good. It's just that he's light. The rest of the Rutgers
Wow.
players is grown ass men. Like, they bigger, stronger, and it was hard for him to like really like
I think once the
drive to the
season
basket.
start, all that gonna be out the way. I think
Yeah,
he
he don't.
gonna be prepared. He gonna be ready to ball out. I think him and Dylan going bowl out. I think they complement each other for
Yo,
realistically.
Dylan was the best
Dylan looks
player
nice
on
though.
that team.
Dylan looks.
But
Yeah, I agree.
Cause
I agree
yeah,
with
but
that.
let's
I think Ace gonna
watch
ball out,
that
but
watch
but
the
let's fix
scrimmage.
that
Watch the
narrative.
Rutgers
This
scrimmage.
ain't
I
no
watched it from
1 year
beginning to
rebuild.
end.
We got to stop that. Ain't no team rebuilding in 1 year.
Nah,
I
well,
don't
nobody
yeah,
know.
I
I don't
agree.
know
I
about
agree.
that. I
nobody said
hear
that.
you,
But
but somebody tell the Nets that. Yo,
But to be fair, it
here's a
depends on
real
the pick. Because
blueprint.
what if we tank, but
Oh,
we get 8? You know what I'm
Ace ain't
saying? What if we tank and we
Wembyama.
get 7?
Ace ain't Wembyama.
No, he's not at all.
Ace,
Even
nah.
LeBron didn't win right away. Come on.
The second year,
I'm just saying.
the way the
I hear all
here's
that,
the
but that
path.
might not be what the Nets.
But
You might not
Here's
want
the
to hear it, but that's what they might not want to do.
Yo,
here's
you
the
know why they
path.
yo,
say
we just seen one of the best generational prospects we seen in a while have
And
a
his team didn't
22
get
and
better.
50 season.
exactly,
A 22 and 50. It doesn't. Even Braun took a while to win with
And they
Cleveland.
and
exactly.
they had and they
Like,
got better blue chip players like
You know why?
Vassell and others.
Listen,
yeah, like it's
you
go.
gotta
Even if we get our Cooper, or even if we get our Ace, we are not winning right away, in my
exactly.
opinion.
And you know
Can
what
can I
else?
tell you the path? Let me give you guys the path. The path is that Cam Thomas is a real player and he sticks around, and that Clowney is a real player and he sticks around. Then you got to get two players out of this draft. You got to get two blue chip players out of this 2025 draft.
It
And
ain't
then in
enough.
2020, then you're gonna start those two blue chip players, and you're gonna lose a lot of games, and you're gonna be in the lottery again. And hopefully you come out of the lottery with either AJ DeBanza, one of the Boozer twins,
That's the
uh,
plan.
you know what I'm
That's the
saying?
plan. Yeah, you got to do it
You
twice.
got two drafts that you went in and you picked your core for the future, but you're
Agreed.
gonna add on top of that in 2026 a
Mm-hmm.
free agent
Mm-hmm.
from the crop that's there, where you got cats like Shy, you got De'Aaron, you got a few players
And you
who's
know what? It
young
don't even
and
have
free
to be a
agents.
star. It don't even have to be a star. By in
Yeah,
2 years from now, it don't even have to be a star. It
but
just needs to be good players.
that's the thing. You're either gonna draft your role players, or or some of these players that are on the team are gonna stick and be, long term Nets. I'm talking about the young guys, not DFS or Cam Johnson. Them guys is out of there. But then you're gonna be able to package picks to get other, because you still have the second
Sure,
most picks
sure.
going forward
Mm-hmm.
after 2026, and you're gonna get some picks for Cam Johnson or DFS. So you're gonna add to the treasure trove.
Yeah,
So
you
now
could
you're
you
gonna
could
take some of
package
those
all of those.
picks.
You
You're gonna
could
take some
package
of those
those
picks and you're gonna
27
trade for
picks.
somebody too.
Yeah, you
Like
could
Right.
package those 2027 picks.
I,
That's what
I
you're
see
saying.
I
Yeah,
see I see this as a 3-year rebuild. Not that you're gonna win a
it
champ,
is.
not that you're gonna
Also,
win a
Yo,
championship,
I'm gonna
but
tell
you're
you
gonna
right
have a
now.
team that you could go to
In the
war with.
third
I'm
year,
telling you right now. Sean Markson got 3 years wait in him.
he
He
got.
ain't got 3 years to wait.
But the third year, we could make the
um,
plan.
but listen, Ice is making valid
it
sense
really
here that
depends on who we get
we
though.
can't also trust Sean Marks, because at the end of the day, this guy he's not a 2 to 3 year planner. He's a year by year manager, and that's what's killed our team. We never had a
I
game
I
plan where
I
we've
don't agree
actually
with
grown
that.
something for longer
But
than
the
a
Well,
year.
rebuild
John,
definitely
that's
gonna
not
take time
true.
though,
I
John.
don't
John,
agree with
that's
that. I
not
seen him
true.
rebuild the team. I
John,
seen him.
that's not true. Because you
Are you
A
can't.
talking
one
about
year
that one
rebuild
good
is
year we had with
insanity.
D'Lo? It's about 2018-19, that one good year we had.
We
No, but I'm saying that. No, I'm saying when he came in and he had Justin Hamilton and all them scrubby ass dudes, Joe
Didn't
Harris.
Donald
Sean came come in
Donald
2016?
Sloin,
Yeah, he did. He did.
Shane Larkin, like that
Y'all, I
team.
know we don't. Y'all, I know we love. I
Wasn't no
know we
one
don't like.
year.
I know we don't like Sean, but the fact that he was able to do what he did with this team in 2016, from now to here, you got to give some of that some credit. We had no
You
assets.
have to.
We
You
had
have to.
none of that.
Yes.
We had nothing. Billy King
Yes.
screwed us, and the fact that he was able to make this team what it is right now. He may be a horrible GM, but you have to give some credit to that. He got us KD and Kyrie. Like
Well,
And,
that's
I'm not
and what
giving
did
like
him
and,
that's
and
credit
something
just
LM?
that's
What did he
yet.
do
wild.
with that? LM,
I'll
what
give
did he
him the
do with that?
rebuild.
He sat back and let that blow up in its face. A GM that actually could control those personalities and hold everybody accountable. If we had a GM who did those types of things, that drama crap wouldn't have happened. But he let the stars
I
run his team to the
I agree.
ground and
I
then
agree,
finished the
John, but
under. And then what
I
did he do
agree with.
next? And what did he do next? He let Mikal Bridges rub his shoulder behind his head and said, "Send me to the Knicks," and he did that. Now, if he lets Ben Simmons give him another contract because Ben is playing semi-decent but does the same thing for re-sign him, you can't have a GM like that that just falls
John.
to
But
placate
John,
and
you're
won't
not.
sign
I
him.
You
agree.
mad
I
he went
agree. You're
to
not wrong.
you
And
mad
that's
he
You're
my
went
not
to the
problem.
wrong
And
in
that's
Knicks
my
that.
now,
problem with this.
Trey?
Listen, I'm not saying that Ben Simmons has faked everything in his life to be an NBA player, but if you let somebody like that stay on this team, you're not a good GM. I don't care who you
See,
are.
You're
You
not
got to
wrong
think
in
about
that.
the
But
future of this
I agree.
team and not fill a
BK,
guy's
what's your
John,
bank
opinion?
account
Because you're
up to the brim.
emotional.
John, you remember that you remember our 2016 team? Obviously, we all do. The
Right?
fact that he came here that year, and to this point in time, I'm not saying that he's a great GM. He made every move correctly. I'm not saying that at all. He's made some dumb decisions. I agree completely. But what he has done with the organization, he has done some good things to make us relevant.
Yes.
Yo, getting
And
5
let's say
draft picks
this.
He,
out of the Knicks is enough
What
for me.
what he is
I'm going
yeah,
Tom after this.
yo,
I was
John, we
above
word.
Sean
already
Marks
established
before.
John, we already established who Sean Marks is. He's the Kenny Atkinson of GMs. He's the
Mm.
developmental GM. He could get you from ground zero to building your team back up. But once we get those 2 draft picks, and when it's time to make some trades in 2027,
Yeah,
then
Jonathan,
we
I
might
want you to
need a
read this
different
right here,
GM.
man. Read that comment right there from Daniel.
I don't care about the comment. Listen, can I be honest with you? I came in today with a case on why we should move forward without Ben because honestly, we don't need him to have a future. We have the
You're
draft
right.
capital. We have
I
the draft.
agree.
And LBL, I showed you the chart the other day. Brooklyn, guys, find this chart on Twitter. It has all the teams bunched up at the bottom with draft assets, which is almost zero. There's only half the league,
We
a quarter
don't
of the
need
league
we don't
on the
need Ben
bottom.
Simmons
And
moving
LBL,
forward.
like Brooklyn, we're at the top right now. If we do what LBL says, which I think is very logical for the next 2 years, accumulate more draft assets, by 2026, the offseason, we'll have the most
How you gonna
ass.
develop all these guys,
BK,
man?
wait. If we have all this draft capital by 2026, we'll be unstoppable. We can have multiple championship windows for as long as we want. We can have up
John,
to
you're so
30,
emotional
35
that you don't see
picks.
that you
I'm
could get
telling
the
you,
same
man.
exact. Like Ben has nothing to do with you getting what you want. He
Right.
has
I
zero
was
to
talking about our
do.
draft capital situation. We're talking about Ben. Listen, at the end of the
But
day, if we
no,
do,
but you threw Ben in there with it. Like Ben don't got nothing to do with that. Like Ben is the stopgap for this season, so
That's
that
it.
you could get them, so that you could get the most out of. Hopefully, if Ben plays, it's more about Ben elevating the value of all these other dudes who can't score
Exactly.
without him.
and
You know what I'm
I
saying?
told Ice I agree
So
with
That's
that
being
true.
notion.
emotional
Let
and
Ben
just
make
because you
everybody
don't
else
like
better.
the
Let them
dude,
make him better, and
you're
then
not
ship them
thinking
all off.
strategic. You're not thinking strategic. You're not thinking for what's good for the team. You just don't like the
Thank you,
dude.
Pato.
Wait,
Thank
Like
what do you
that's
That
mean
is
not
that is
strategic?
that doesn't
Hawthorne.
make any sense
I
because
agree with
if
Ice that if we utilize Ben Simmons to get the vets that have to go off this team, their value's up, and they in return get Ben's value up. You ship them all if you have a fire sale, and then we have so much assets with us
we
that
are
will be
having
good
a
in two
fire sale,
years.
you don't understand what's happening. Like he's trying to get 2 first-round picks for one of these dudes. He's probably trying to get a second pick for
but
2026.
you need Ben Simmons to
y'all
make
think a deal
uh,
on y'all think a deal on the table, but it's not through yet, or nah
Nah,
Nah.
for
deal's not
DF
on the
for
table. A
DFS
all
or
deal's
right,
not
hold
team.
on
on.
the table
Let me
because
let
nobody's
Gary go.
desperate yet.
Let me let
When
Gary go. Gary, what's your
Hey
opinion on this
Gary.
topic? Do you want what's his name? Jordi Fernandez is smoking something. He said there should be a competition for the starting point guard position.
he's lying.
Ben Simmons or Dennis Schroeder. What do you think, man?
Ben is
So
starting on
I
October
got two thoughts
22nd.
on that. A, he's just saying that it's the same thing as when you have an underachieving quarterback and you like, there's a quarterback competition week 1. No, there's not. We all know who the quarterback is, right?
Yeah, I agree.
He's just saying that. And number two, I mentioned this yesterday. Could you use a unit where you have Simmons kind of play the point forward and still play Schroeder and Cam Thomas? So you got Simmons, Thomas, and Schroeder on the court together.
Yeah, they will play them together.
Hold up,
That'll happen.
I want to
Gary.
see that unit on the
Probably
court.
at the 4. Ben at the 4,
Gary.
probably.
Right, kind of like
Gary.
a point forward, or at the 5 when Claxton comes out, he handles the point and then he goes to the dunker spot.
But Gary, let me just play devil's advocate because I just heard a bunch of people say that Jordy is lying. Now here's what I'm saying. Remember what happened to JV last year? Oh, Ben is starting. and then Ben started and fell on his face. Suppose he does that again. Suppose he does that again. Then
He's
what?
likely to do that again, but it doesn't matter.
No, I'm
Right.
saying it does matter because you play the best person for the job. So
He is the best person. He's the
no,
most
we don't
talented
know
player
that.
on the
We
team.
don't know
Yes,
that.
we do.
No, you
Yes,
do
we
know
do,
if
bro.
you're listening to the players. God damn it! If you listen to Doe, who's the veteran on the team. If you listen to Cam Johnson, if you listen to
Players
the
lie.
coach, they
Did you
all
hear what
said
Doe
if
said? Wait,
Ben
Pablo,
Players
did
plays,
you hear
we're
what
lie.
gonna
Doe
be
said? We're
better.
going to shake up the NBA. What are you
Every
shaking up? Cobweb
Wait,
dust?
hold on. Yo,
you
yo,
don't
yo,
have
you're
to do
right.
nothing to shake it up.
Shake up your
Players do
locker,
lie. I'm
Doe.
not
Pack your
players,
bags.
Remember
but
Kevin
players.
Durant? Remember LeVert
We're
is
going to
baby
shake up the
Durant?
NBA.
Come
You
on,
should,
please.
Doe.
Players lie. You right about that. But to
But not like this.
Eskimos and Pa's point, who on this team can play make like Ben? No one. You have to
We
start
don't
him
need.
regardless
We
if it's
don't.
a risk or not.
No, but what you're saying is you're trying to say this is Ben Simmons from his 3-time
No,
All-Star
nobody said that.
form.
No, no, no,
Nobody
no, no.
said
We're
that.
not saying they're not saying that. We're not saying
So
that.
then,
Nobody
so
said
then
that.
we don't
I've
need.
said it like
So
three
then
times
you
that that's
saw
not
what
the case.
Schroeder did last
But
year.
he's the best. He's the
He's
best option that you have at the point guard position
and,
over
and,
Schroeder, in my
and guess
opinion.
what?
I
He's
don't. I don't
busting
think
Schroeder's
so.
LBL.
ass. He's
Schroeder.
busting
LBL.
Schroeder.
Schroeder's ass all practice, and
Schroeder
Right.
every
did.
player sees it, and
I
that's
saw
why
Yo.
they're
Schroeder's
answering the
numbers, right?
questions that the way that they are.
Hold up. Schroeder was 13 points, 6 assists, 42% from the field, which isn't great. 40% from the three, and 80% from the free throw line.
What was
That's
his
That's
better
good.
than
rebounds?
what Ben can give us.
What was
That's what
what
I'm
was his
saying.
rebounds
But
and
look,
how well
right?
did he defend? How well did he defend against the other team's best player?
How well did Cam do that?
But look,
Saying we don't care
nah,
about
because
We're
that.
not
All we
talking
care
about
there,
about
Cam.
is
there is.
offensive stuff.
Look,
We're not
they got
trying to win 50 games.
they
We just
got
trying to get our guys
each
to play
player
better
has
on
their
offense.
own benefits, right? But when you look at the team, Ben is a team raiser. Dennis Schroeder's not a team raiser, right? So everyone's saying like Ben makes everybody better in practice. They're not saying Dennis Schroeder makes everybody better in practice. They don't say Dennis Schroeder makes everybody better when he's on the court with them because he doesn't.
Well, he made
So
Claxton and Daron better
Ben is
if you
gonna push
watch
the
them
pace
towards the end
though
of the
too. Ben is
season.
gonna push the fast break. Ben is gonna make us fast pace.
I don't
That's
know.
something that I feel like Dennis kind of don't. But Dennis
I
is more
read
of a
where
half court, I feel, type player.
exactly,
And he,
In
I
the
Allen.
read
half
where
court,
Exactly.
he
Cam
gonna work
said let
well.
the best man win. I read where Cam Thomas didn't say, "Oh, Ben is the best point guard."
But
he did say
Cam
it.
don't mind
Cam
playing with
Thomas.
Ben though.
No, Cam Thomas said, well, if Ben plays, like in his interview, he was the first person that I
Nah,
heard
Orin,
say
we
it.
ain't doing that, Orin.
He literally said it. He
I
literally
just
said it.
read I just read an article today where he said, "Let the best man win." They have different
Yeah,
styles.
but he
So
said
what does
he
that mean? That
he
doesn't
said
mean that
with
start
Ben
Ben.
he said with Ben, if Ben is healthy, we're gonna be a better team. We're gonna
Of
shock
course,
people.
I
He
agree.
said that.
Yeah, but
So how
isn't that true of
so
anyone?
yeah,
If they're
they're
healthy,
gonna
they're
say
going to
let
be
the
the
No,
best
best
that's
man
team.
not
win,
true
but
with
they also
anyone.
know
Oh
That's what
well,
I'm
who
trying
is
to
it
tell you.
not
They don't
true
say
with?
that about Schroeder. They're not saying that
No,
Schroeder's
I'm
on the
saying.
court.
Oh,
He's going to be
so
a
if
better
Schroeder's
team.
hurt, that's helping the
like if
team.
Schroeder's healthy, we
Come
might
on.
make the playoffs. That nobody
Yeah,
said
no, they're
that.
not saying that. Everything is on Ben. That tells you who's the better player.
No, it
I,
doesn't. It tells you that
I mean,
it tells
Ice,
you
you
he's
could say that,
delusional if
but
he
has
thinks
Ben
if
carried
Ben is
that
healthy,
weight?
we're making the
No.
playoffs.
No, that's what they said. But that's the only reason why they're not making the playoffs no matter what.
Exactly. That's what
But
I'm
No, well,
saying.
I think they
but
telling you that because they who's available. Who's going to be
they're
available?
everybody's
Who?
available in
But
practice.
Ben ain't been
Everybody's
available for a
playing in
couple
those
of years.
scrimmages. Have y'all watched
Right.
the highlights from the scrimmages?
Ben hasn't been available
I
in
don't.
a
No,
I
couple
don't.
of
he's
years.
available right
He's a,
now, and he's busting their
You
exactly.
know
ass.
what?
He's
I
in
He
know
yeah.
Ben
said
is.
that last
You know
time.
what?
He's in
I
No,
watch.
wait,
he's in
Scott,
that
Scott,
same
wait,
2
year.
Scott,
years in
He
a
wait,
row.
Scott.
he's
Did you see
busting
the
their
interview
ass
today with? Wait,
To
Scott,
be
in year
fair,
one
this
and
is
Scott.
the
two.
Did you
last.
see the interview
To be
today with
fair, we
Ben
had these
Simmons?
tours last season too when Ben was playing.
Ben is
Like, yo,
shooting.
Ben is
Ben is
back.
Wait,
shooting
Scott, did you see the
He
interview
100%
said
today
that
with
for the
Ben
on
past
Simmons?
3
Twitter.
years.
Ben
Dennis
Simmons.
Schroeder
Ben Simmons
100%.
admitted
I
he
haven't
lied
seen him
last
miss a
season.
shot.
He did
He
not admit
admitted
he
it.
lied. Come on,
I
why
did
y'all
not see
doing
Ben
this?
miss a shot.
This is not how men talk about basketball. We don't say, "Oh, a person lied" and all that. This
No, I
isn't.
ain't say
That's
that.
what he
Talking
did,
about the
Ponthorn. He
game,
No, I
basically
ain't
man.
say
said
that.
I wasn't
I ain't
healthy
say he
last year when he was
lied.
the point guard, and he
I
came
No,
ain't say he
13.
no,
lied.
There's no
John.
ifs, ands,
It's
or
not
buts
the.
about it.
I don't
Yo,
think it's the fact that people think he lying. I think it's just the fact that when he comes on the court and he gets injured again, it's like it's not a surprise anymore. It's just
I
like,
mean,
oh
does
well.
anybody remember the guy getting poked in the eye and then he said he had knee soreness with Katie Cairo on the court with him? I remember.
I
it turned
He
out
remember.
that
wasn't
it was
limping
his
that
back.
night.
It turned out that it was his back, and they were trying to hide it. It was his back.
Oh, was
Yeah,
they
well,
trying
I'm
to hide it or
just
was Ben
saying.
hiding it?
But
What I'm saying is you
that's
gotta
not
live up to
anything
what
new
you
in
are.
sports. Good coaches. I remember Parcells used to do that shit all the time. Lie about players' injuries and
Ain't
and
nobody
play that
Because
listen.
the
game
other
If
team
you're a
not
on
gonna
real
who's
be
on
listen,
the
if
ready.
you're a
injury
real
report.
true hooper, hold on, let me say this. If you're a real true basketball player, man, like a real, you're not gonna go out there and shout out your injuries, man.
No.
Jonathan, you never played basketball.
Nobody does
And you
that.
know I
BK,
love
BK,
you
Nobody
you
there.
act
You
does.
like
never
Ben
really
Simmons has more
Bro,
accolades on the court
BK,
than on his bank
BK,
account.
it is a
It's a little
difference
shocking,
between
honestly.
not announcing your. It's a difference between not announcing your injury deficiencies in a pickup game against announcing it in a freaking official NBA league where you're playing for bread.
Oh, LM's picking up on this
It
again.
is a
But I don't
main
understand. I
difference.
don't understand. Like you don't tell people. You do not tell people what exactly is
I
wrong
don't
with
care
you
what level it
in the
is. You
season.
don't just you know, you don't say that.
You tell the medical staff on
Because
that
guess what
team
I'm
that
gonna
you
do?
do.
Guess what
They
I'm gonna
probably
do?
knew
If you tell me
already.
Ben's back is injured again, guess what I'm gonna do? Elbows in that back all
Yep,
night.
exactly. Same thing as you have a hand injury. I'm
So you
surprised you
think
guys
this
don't
is
know this.
90s basketball where they're
Oh,
going to
no,
purposely just
they
headbutt
do
and
that
crack
to
the
this
guy
day.
open,
It's not
huh?
no. It's
First
they
of all, that's
still
a
play for
flagrant. So
money.
whoever do that getting
Yeah,
thrown out.
thank
They
you,
still
thank
play
but
for
you.
the
money.
We're in
They
the
still
21st
play for
century
money.
here, fellas.
Yo,
We're
I
in the
have to say that
99s.
as a
Let
Nets
me go
fan.
back to
You saw
Daniel
Come on,
Giannis
Theismann
in
BK,
the
stop
comment,
using
man.
these BS excuses, man, for a guy who's taking
nah,
more
man.
money out of
Stop it,
the
John.
NBA than he
John
has
used
on
to
the
Listen,
put his
court.
listen.
feet under
Don't
Kyrie
get
and hurt
mad at me
Kyrie.
because I
Giannis
played
be
the
straight
game
up
and you
trying to
didn't,
hurt
man.
niggas
No,
in
BK, I
games.
don't care that you
BK,
played the
these
game.
dudes
You're
is
defending a
playing.
guy who has nothing to do with the actual NBA.
Yo,
Let me ask,
regardless of
All right, yo,
regardless
you
of
just don't
give me
like the
give
dude,
me 1
man.
minute with
Just leave
Jonathan.
it
Hold
at
on, hold
that.
on. So let me ask you something. You go out there, you play a 3-on-3, and you have an ankle injury. Are you going to say, "Yo, guys, man, just take it easy on me. I have an ankle injury," and you out there playing?
I'm gonna
BK,
isolate,
you are
bandage
not
it up,
playing
play
for
my best, but I'm not gonna
a
cost my team a
billionaire.
season. I'm not gonna cost my team a season like a dumbass.
BK, it is a main. Like I said,
Let
you're
me
not
let me
wrong in
let,
that.
let me let me
Let me.
Jonathan, if you're an athlete, you're gonna tell yourself, even if you can't, that you can play through this ankle injury, unless you're a
Yeah,
pussy.
Right.
You're gonna
I'm.
convince yourself that you can play, right?
yeah,
I mean,
exactly. I
Yo,
play through
John.
injuries a lot, man. I'm like,
So John, I'll say this, right? John, I'll say this, right? They're not wrong in that. Listen, everybody who has played ball, if you are at an injury, you're not sitting there saying, "Yo, dang, I got an ankle injury. I'm gonna announce it to the whole team." No, you're gonna play through that shit. It is what it is.
yeah.
But it is a difference between that and you playing for billionaires who, if you injured, is messing up
It's the
their money
same
because they have to
shit.
put a product on the court.
LM.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
and
but
tell me if
product,
but
I'm
man.
wrong.
Listen,
And tell me
but
if I'm
it's
wrong.
being
not
a
Wasn't Ben
a
Simmons the
billionaire
reason
and
our
getting
cap space
surgery
was so
on your
bad last year?
spine.
Because he was on the team
LM, LM.
and he was unhealthy?
It's the same thing. It's putting the ball through a hoop. I mean, it's the same thing. You can have a pro ball player can have an ankle injury just like an amateur hooper can. All right, it's the same shit. It's just different like
Let me
levels to it.
can I say something? Will you pay to go to see somebody at a show and they don't show up?
That's different though.
Oh,
You can't. You
that's
can't.
Mm,
No,
different.
how is that
wait,
different
wait,
Hold
wait,
though?
wait,
on,
How is
wait.
that
Scott.
different
I
Check
asked
him
a
though?
on this,
When you
question.
Scott.
pay to
Scott,
go
check
I
him
see
asked
on
a
someone
this.
I
at the
asked
show and they need surgery on their
simple
spine,
question. I asked a
people
simple
don't
question.
have
Would
surgery
you
on their
be
spine
happy?
Hold on,
for
but answer
fun.
that though. Answer that
I
question.
asked
It's
a
That's a
different.
very
simple
good
question.
question.
No,
Will
That is a
you
very
pay
good
for
question.
it
an
goes without
entertainer
saying.
to
But if
entertain
so,
you
so you're gonna go see
they
Luther
don't show up?
Vandross.
Would
You're
you
gonna
be
see
happy with
God bless
that?
the dead. You're gonna see Luther Vandross, and Luther Vandross got chopped in his throat with some
You
shit,
you
and
get
now
your
his
money
throat is
back,
fucked
right?
up. So now Luther Vandross ain't worth a damn because he got his throat is injured.
So you
You
get
get
your
your
money back,
you
right?
get your money
No, you
back,
Get
don't
your
right?
get your
money
money back.
back.
You
You
get your
don't
money
get
Yes,
your
you
back,
money
get a
back.
and you
refund.
and
No,
you
no, but
won't
you're
go
not gonna
to
call
and you
Luther
They
and
give you the
so
everybody else out there.
Hold on. You're not going to call Luther Vandross a bum because he has something wrong with his throat for like a couple of weeks.
No, I'm not saying
legit.
Ben is a bum. All I'm saying is Ben got to produce.
No, I agree with that. I mean, I definitely
All
agree.
right, so then
That's a
listen.
fact, and it's only so.
Listen, guys.
And
I don't know why
if
we
that
having
Luther
so much
You
Vandross,
have to
arguments.
say that you
I don't know
producing
why
and
we're
you
having so
don't
much
produce.
arguments about a player that's going to be off the team next year.
I know that.
We don't
He's
know that,
not going to
LBL.
be
We don't
here.
know that.
He's
No,
out of
listen.
here.
I know
That's
that.
Podthorn. That's Podthorn saying that. That'll be a Podthorn.
Oh, that was
I
Podthorn?
know that because his contract is up, and when his contract is up, they have to fill the gap. They're going to pay him because
Yeah.
every team in the league going to pay up their contract.
listen to Eskimo's
That
point.
shit gonna be
If they
over
don't
once
select
this is
the
this year.
to
I'm
Eskimo's
telling
point, if they don't select the point guard in the draft, like they say, yo, we don't look at point guards. If we get an Ace or Cooper, if we don't get Dylan excluded. If we don't get Dylan and we get a Cooper or Ace by the grace of God, yeah. And if with those other picks we select a small forward or a power forward or some other shit. To Eskimo's point, I mean, I wouldn't exactly be surprised if them niggas offered Ben another contract for him to play point guard alongside Cooper or Ace or Cam Thomas and
Nah, it's
whoever.
not.
This mock
By the
draft
end of
has.
the season.
Hold on.
Who
This
By the
said
mock
end
they
of the
don't
draft
look
season,
at
he's gonna be
point
hurt
guards?
again.
hold
Who
on,
said they
guys.
don't look at point
This
guards?
mock
I
draft
think
over
Ben
here
will be
has the
playing
Nets,
in China next
picking
year.
ninth.
BK, that's not a reliable draft. What are you talking about here?
That's
Yeah,
not
that's
correct.
not accurate. Yeah, that's not
This
accurate.
is like
We
it's
gotta
like
wait
showing.
until.
It's like come on.
Did y'all hear? Did y'all hear? What's the dude? I can't. The old dude.
It's like
He
putting a
be doing.
mustache on a
He
Mona
be, he,
Lisa right now.
he be reporting for the Nets. He said, like I'm gonna tell y'all, he has a
Who,
chance to
Marks?
stay on the
Bobby
team,
Marks?
and he has a chance to get traded. There is no definite he's off the team. Like he's right in between. Like they could sign him back, or they could let him go. That's why I said I'm not saying he's staying, but there is a possibility that he will stay on the team.
I
Yeah,
don't think
but
there's a
ice,
possibility.
even a
He's
small
gonna be hurt
possibility is a
again.
dangerous
There's a
possibility
possibility.
for our
He's
future right
gonna be
now.
hurt again. John, you have nothing to worry about. Let's just get through this goddamn year.
Yeah.
Let's
It's
just
gonna
get through this
prove itself
goddamn year.
this
Let's
year.
not rip off. Let's not rip each other's heads off for something that doesn't matter. He's going to
It
get
really
that.
doesn't. We tanking
He
anyway.
No,
We
hey,
trying to get the number
listen. We
one
always
pick.
have good
Like,
he has
conversations. Then
two
we're gonna let our
injured discs in
So
his
conversations get
back.
John,
interfere with that crap,
John,
man.
how
We
did
good.
your
We
boy
good.
No,
He
look?
but
has two
this is
injured
also
discs in his
possible
back.
too over
He's
here,
not
Wait,
man.
back.
LBL, what's your
He's
question?
out
Wait,
of there.
LBL, what's your question? What's your question,
How
LBL?
did your boy look? Because I didn't get to see the
Oh yeah,
video.
let's talk about the real news. Let's not talk about the bygone news. Let's talk about Cooper Flag.
Did
He
anyone
made
else
the
see
big
it
screen
tonight?
today.
I watched it.
How did he
Good. I
look?
watched it too, man. I took notes.
I watched it.
How
It
did he
was
look?
fun. He looked good.
I can't
How did I know Jonathan was going to say he
He,
No,
looked good?
I,
listen,
How did I know that?
he was.
listen. He had 13 points tonight, but you know what he
Yeah,
gave? He
John.
gave you the sample. He gave you some interior scoring. He gave you a dunk. He gave you a three-pointer. He had two nifty, crafty assist dimes to Evans. The kid who did really well as well. Cooper Flag showed what he
Yeah,
can
Evans
do.
gonna be a stud too.
Yo, he
Evans, that
wasn't the
Duke team
best
is
player on the
nasty.
court though.
Who?
It was unanimous. He was good.
Cooper
No,
Flag was
it
He was
was
He was
good.
good.
He looked good. He looked good.
He's got a developed bag, and he's got a lot of game, like a complete
I mean, we should
game
want
for
them all
an
to be good.
18-year-old. He was good.
Nah.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
He's good,
I'm still
man.
taking
He's
Ace barely
Cooper's
over him,
And
but he was
nice.
good.
And
Yeah, I'm
Harry,
still taking
Gary,
Ace.
I'm
Gary,
not
I
Evans.
appreciate you watching too, Gary. So thanks, man.
Gary Evans, I've heard that he was compared to Brandon Ingram.
He plays like Brandon Ingram. Yeah,
Yeah.
he does.
That's
mean, like a
interesting
poor man.
comparison. I don't
Okay,
see it, but it's
I'm
interesting.
not saying
He's skinny
Ingram.
like Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, I can see why you would like Ingram, right? Like
He's like he reminds me of Ingram. He's like a scoring wing. What is he like? 6'7", 6'8"? Like he's like a scoring wing type player to me. He got Ingram build early, like when Ingram
Yeah.
first got drafted in the league. Like he got that build as of right now. But I mean, that Duke team is nasty. Like I feel like Tyreek Evans is going to be a good compliment to Cooper.
Hey,
In the upcoming season.
BK, Cooper made a mid-range shot. You said Cooper couldn't score. He did a one-dribble beauty
I mean
mid-range shot.
Isaiah Evans.
It
My
was
bad,
great.
Isaiah Evans.
That was a beauty. You said he could. No, BK. You said it would take 4 years for Cooper Flag to develop a jump shot, and he showed it tonight.
You know
And it
what?
was
Hold
good.
on. Let me find the video. Let me find the video of
Gary,
Anthony
no,
Davis.
Gary. He's done this on multiple highlights in the
saying,
past. It's
he
not like he
played
didn't
really
just
well.
develop it overnight.
I was impressed with how he played. I'm still taking Ace over him, but he played well. I'm giving John. He played well. He did.
No, listen. When
I'm
Ace
still
plays
taking
and he
Ace too.
plays
I'm not
well, I'll
gonna.
give Ace the same grace. I will give Ace the same grace, so Gary, just so you know. I will
I
give him
mean,
the same grace if he plays
I
well.
mean, it's a it's an inter squad scrimmage, but
Yeah,
Ace scored more than Ace scored more, had more dimes than Cooper did.
That's
And then
fine. Listen, I'm looking at the quality. I'm not
Yo,
looking at quantity. I'm
Pod,
looking at
would
30,
you?
40, 50-point games. I'm
Yo,
looking at the
Pod, would you?
versatility
Hold
with Cooper
on,
Flag.
Yo, Pod, would you agree on this? Would you say? Because I think maybe I'm tripping, but Pod, would you agree that Ace Bailey playmaking game is extremely underrated?
it's
Oh, for
extremely
sure.
underrated.
Yeah.
And but the thing is, what's gonna make it where you don't see it is the fact that Dylan's playmaking is so good. Like
Yeah.
I didn't understand why people were saying that he's a giant Brunson, but I see it now.
Brunson
Watching
with
him,
better
Yeah, he
vision.
played.
he's just
Yeah.
he's tall, but he's stout and he's strong. Like he doesn't need to beat you by a full step. He just needs that little half step or a little bit to get his shoulder in front, and then he's strong to take
Yo,
the
I didn't
the,
even.
the
I
contact and
saw it on the
force.
camera. I saw it on the camera. I wasn't even. I'm definitely gonna plan to see one of their games, but I saw it on the camera. The dude looks big, man. That is. You
And
want
he
to talk
lost
about a
weight.
big point guard?
And he lost weight too. He got skinny. He got off that baby weight, got in the gym, and like yo, I'm telling you,
He look. He's
I'm
nasty.
an ace.
He's
You guys have
nasty.
heard me say ace all summer, but after what I've seen, and not to just be flip floppy, but right now Dylan is a little ahead to me, only because of how physical and how strong he is. And if you look at the players in Rutgers, all the Rutgers players are like men, like just diesel dudes, right? And and yo, he was the best player on that game the other night. And not only was he the best player, he just physically ready. And I can't say the same for Ace. Ace,
No,
Yeah,
he
Ace
was
got to get
good.
a little
He
more.
Yeah, Ace
that's
Ace is at 205 pounds, so he definitely has to put on more
Yeah,
muscle.
he got to put on more muscle.
look at that.
He
He
got
he
put
to
his
might
put on
own
have
more
to play
muscle.
rebound,
shooting guard
BK. You
when he
saw
first
that?
get
You
in the
saw
league.
Cooper catch his own rebound too?
Blah 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 blah.
No,
Yo,
listen,
Cooper,
that's your
Cooper,
evidence right there. I've been telling you that's the evidence, and you saw it
But
tonight.
to me,
Cooper,
I
Cooper
think
is
what's
that
gonna
dude.
make to me, I think
I'm
what's
not gonna
gonna
knock
make
him.
Ace. I think if hypothetically Ace gets drafted here, I think what's gonna make Ace, to Python's point, what I was talking about. I feel like Ace playmaking goes underlooked because Dylan is there, but I think realistically here, since he has so much scoring gravity, I think if he gets drafted here, he might average probably around five-ish assists just because of the simple fact he's definitely, if he's here, if he gets drafted here, he's probably the second best scorer on the team easily. This is
Right.
not even a discussion.
Well, I'll say
He's
this though,
definitely the second best
it's
scorer.
interesting that Podthorn sees Harper's really good because you think about it. Say Ace has a good season, but how did he get all the shots off? Was it because Harper set him up really well, or is that Ace created all his own shots? If Harper set up most of Ace's shots, I have to give
They
Harper the nod there.
so
If he helps get Ace all set up well with his shots,
so in
like
that
Podthorn's
first half,
saying.
so in the first half they were on opposite teams.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Ace was on one team, Dylan was on another team, and Ace he scored the first two buckets of the game, and then after that kind of was like went
Oh,
kind of cold. And then
Oh damn!
in the second half they played together and they just dominated the older team. Like they
Screw it, let's
just
get them both.
that's what I'm saying, right? But yeah, they dominated. But for right now, it's like I'm nitpicking. Trust me, because when if you go watch that game, you'd be like, damn, Ace looked pretty good to me. What he's talking about? It's just Ace didn't jump off the screen, and then he didn't look better in any way, shape, or form than Dylan. And that
That's what I
really
thought
surprised
about.
me.
And
That's
that's what
what I
makes
thought
those
with the
top
McDonald's
five.
game.
That's
That's
what
what I
makes the
thought
top
with the
five.
McDonald's game.
Like when you talk about Cooper, Ace, Dylan, VJ Edgecombe, I think, and Nolan Traore, if you want to put him in there. Once those five are off the board, I'm not saying that you can't get any more talent anywhere else in that draft, but to me, that's the cream of the
Yo,
crop. If we tanking, that's who those top five. I feel like we need to get that
LM,
will add to
LM.
this team.
Not only can we get one of those top five, but look after that. There's a lot of good guys. Like the Nets, what they could do is if they trade their vets off more capital, let's say for next year's draft, we can pair those capital to move up in the draft to get Trey Johnson, a Dink Pay, or get a big that nobody's looking at. Like the Nets can utilize next year's draft to get around all that to get another top pick. They don't
Yeah,
have
I
to
mean,
stop
you
at top 5.
there's definitely some talent you can get in there. You can get a Hugo Gonzalez, you can get a Dink Pate, you can get a
Oh,
Boogie, you can get a
right.
Cannon Catching, you can get a Asa Noel, who's 6'10", small forward. I think he's gonna be playing for Georgia. There's a lot of guys you can get in there if you don't land in the top five.
I would
But
do
I'm
whatever
saying
it
for
takes to
us,
get Igor Demon,
yeah,
LM. The guy is 6'9" point guard, man. But BK, you talking
yeah,
about
Igor
replacing
Demon
Ben
is
Simmons?
nasty.
That guy's the future right there, point guard. 6'9"?
Yeah,
That's
Igor
wild.
Demon is someone
I'm
you would
not.
want
I
to look
just
at
saw.
in terms of.
I played him
Yeah,
earlier. I was playing him earlier.
he's at BYU this year. He's gonna
Yeah,
be good
yeah.
too.
I'm telling you, if that's the
He's
guy
somebody
at
you
the
would want to get
I'm
with
telling you, if he's
with
at
one
the
of those
1
picks.
and Cooper Race at the 3 with Clowney, Claxton, Thomas, the only small guy, that's a fun roster for next summer. I'll tell you. That would
And
be
there's a
fun.
European guy at Illinois that's pretty good too.
Who? Wait, who is he? What's his name?
I think he's like 6'4". I can't remember his name. He's got some European name.
Oh,
White
okay.
dude.
Is it Hugo?
This draft is loaded, y'all.
No.
Like it's
Might
a
be
lot of good
Hugo.
talent in this
Hey,
draft.
everybody! I don't know if you guys watch the French league on beIN Sports. I just ordered beIN just so that I could watch Norman Traore, and I'm
Oh,
mad that I did that because he has not looked the French league already started and
Yeah.
he does
Hmm.
not look good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us
As
about
of
that. 'Cause
right
I've been
now,
hearing he's not good. What have you seen,
Trey,
Potthorn, that he's not looking so
so
good about?
so Traore got an ego, it appears,
Oh,
and now he's starting to face double teams, and
mm,
people know who he is. He
And he's
scored
playing
like
with
10.
men now. He's
He's
playing with
he's
men.
he's playing with men, and he's young. He
Yeah.
is young. He has not
This is a
impressed. There's
good thing
another
with Cooper
French
Flag
kid.
here that he can go to his left hand.
right. That's what I
Yeah.
want you to see
Oh, he's
tonight. He
ambidextrous. He's
showed it
ambidextrous.
tonight. Yeah,
But
that's pretty.
there's another French kid that is shooting 50% from three, playing in the men's league, and he's 17 years old. I'm trying to
Wow.
remember his name. I was watching the game. I was like, "Yo, who's he? Like, why nobody's talking about him?" And he's for the early part of the league. I'm sure he's not going to do that for the whole season. But as of right now, he's shooting 6 threes a game, and he's shooting 50%.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
Yo,
17.
this draft is packed, and that
I'm
kid is
telling you.
it's packed,
17.
y'all.
This
Listen, we
he's
got 4 first-round draft picks right now. I'm trying to get 3 or 4 more for this draft. I'm telling you, do whatever you
The
can.
only question I
Wow.
think you would have to ask is if you're Sean Marks, how much what does that mean for Derek Wilson and Clowney? I
They're
mean, Clowney is
gone.
probably our bona fide starter, but
Not Clowney, but Derek Whitehead gone, man.
Listen, yeah, Derek, I'll be honest
he's
with you.
only
If he can't
20,
be, if
BK.
he, yeah, but LM, if he can't be healthy next year, you're looking at a TJ Warren situation, man. We don't want that. If we get a guy who's better than that, you move off him, man. You
Nah,
have to.
Brooklyn
Yo,
does
I
not
heard that
move
shot
off
fired
single
at the
players,
Knicks.
bro. Yo,
John, I
what
heard
you
that
doing?
shot fired at the Knicks. TJ Warren.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah,
just signed
they
him.
think they're getting bubble
Wait,
Warren. That's funny.
LBL,
Let me
did you
tell you
hear? Wait,
something, man.
LBL, did you hear they want Marcus Smart now?
Hold
Wait,
on, hold on.
LBL, did you hear about that? The Knicks now want Marcus Smart, man.
no
The NBA, listen,
the
the
hilarious thing was
NBA LM is true free market capitalism, man. Like, hey, listen, there's no handouts. If you can't play, buy on to the next, man. That's it.
I mean, but
That's
Derek
how it
only
is.
20. I mean, I think we gotta give it time.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? As his rookie year, like he got how many more years? 3? He's not going nowhere. They're not getting rid of him
Yeah,
on
I
that
I
mean, a
deal.
lot
think
can
he's definitely
happen
gonna
though,
be here
Ice,
next
in 2
season.
years. So if he doesn't progress, you got to make a decision at some point.
All right,
Well,
Yeah, but I don't think that
I'm gonna wrap
decision
this
gonna
up.
be
I'm gonna be
now.
on tonight. I'm under the weather, man. I'm dealing with a sinus thing, so I gotta get some rest. I'm dog tired, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna wrap this up. Yo, good stream. Oh man. Yeah, good
Damn,
stream.
feel better, BK. Okay.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying. This is I'm tired.
Fun
Yeah, it's
discussion
about to go
tonight.
around, man.
I
Full
know the
season's
feeling,
coming
man.
up.
Go get some
You know
rest.
what it is? It's the change. It was warm last week, then it was cool, then it was
Yeah,
warm.
and you know
then it
New
was
York
cool,
weather
and
bipolar,
yeah.
man. You never
yeah.
know.
I want to share this with you guys. I don't know if you heard yet, but the Boozer twins are deciding between Miami and Duke. If they choose Duke, we might see more college basketball next year.
Oh
I
yeah,
like
that's
the
gonna be
Boozer,
interesting.
man. Over Cooper Flag.
I want AJ the Buster to go to Kentucky though. That's my main dream.
And yo, everybody in the chat, yo, and everybody around, if y'all coming to practice in the park, it's like a few blocks from my house. So I just want to be able to dap everybody up in person if y'all heading out. So
Oh yeah, I definitely might
When is
pull
that?
up.
Tomorrow?
Nah,
Where
it's
you
on
at?
Sunday. I think October 11th, if I'm not mistaken.
19th,
Sunday
I
I can't make it.
believe.
The 19th.
I think so. Don't take my word for it. Look it up,
I
but
think
I
it was.
think so.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna look, but I think it's the 11th, if I'm not mistaken. It's definitely on a Sunday though,
Yeah.
if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
Yeah,
But
it's
yeah,
at
I live down a block from there too. I think it's in it's in Bed-Stuy.
yeah, it's at Potomac
Yo,
Park,
Yeah, the Tompkins.
249.
some
All
of
right,
y'all,
let me wrap this.
pull
Let me
up.
get
You
this
might
week.
make the squad.
Word.
All right. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video when you share. Good stream, guys. Good stream.
Good
When you
stream,
share, the
everybody.
universe shares back with you. Peace.
All right, fellas.
Good
Later.
night, everyone.
Peace.